evening, bhai. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everybody. You are audible and visible?
Once Twarga say is the audio and video clear. Twarga, audio video clear? One second. Hello, yes sir. Yes sir. Yeah, started live. I thought some emergency came, that's why I picked up the call. Started all. Yeah. So I got the call. Naren sir was asking, started, not started. So yes, how was the paper? Twarga say, how was the paper? Firstly, we want to know what is your feeling. First interaction, I think now only we are doing properly with the students.
Physics stuff.
Physics, ठीक है, crying. Twarga say, how was the paper? Tough. Fine. Biology easy, physics gone. Tough. Physics tough. Share so that we also understand. Then we will tell what is our analysis also.
Chemistry tough.
Feeling physics, chemistry tough, yes. Bio, chem easy. Chem easy? This much preparation we have given them. ठीक है. NEET advanced, yeah. Tough.
Physical God.
Tough. Bio easy, chem moderate, physics tough. Chemistry easy. Chemistry easy. Are you joking? Or have we given? Because in campus also I saw 1-2 girls were saying.
What was chemistry in the previous paper?
Right.
But okay.
The cancelled paper.
LCs and notes. Now don't say things like this. CBI will come.
Come.
Chemistry unexpected. ठीक है. Physics tough. No matter how you read, it is tough. Yeah. Chemistry, very good paper. Paper was good, no doubt. But good and easy are not same, na? Tough. Badhiya. Bio easy, chemistry. Badhiya. Anyone fainted during the exam? Some feeling like that came? Physics tragedy, bio easy, chemistry and doable, chemistry moderate. ठीक है. JEE NEET paper, yeah. Bio easy, chem moderate. So direct physics questions came in our last 3 grand test, as you said. Okay, almost fainted. Expected cutoff and all. We'll tell little idea. We will tell more idea. We'll get tomorrow also with an answer meeting. But little bit we'll tell today also. After seeing physics, headache came. Chaliye, बढ़िया. Cutoff and all we will tell. But firstly we will exactly explain what the scenario was by this time. So 1 second, I will check also. I think. The paper was good, no doubt. But which type of good, that I will tell you now. Yeah. So let's start. Bilkul, give the review. Little bit patiently you will have to listen. Because if you are expecting, you will tell the final cutoff only directly. That also we can tell. But little bit you have to see what the analysis was. So that you understand suddenly that much pressure would have come. Already 40-45 days pressure was there on you for the extra preparation, NEET cancellation. Then some people were spreading the rumors that the paper got leaked or something like that. After that, writing this kind of a paper, even though 15 minutes were extra, they completely made sure that every single second was used in the examination. Paper was good. So one by one, if I starting with biology, for example, I'll explain on the board. I think that will be more better. So starting with biology, I think all of you have already told correctly. Ravi, frame. All of you know already what the paper of biology would have come. I think the problem is not there in biology that much. In fact, biology was given to save time for physics, chemistry, I think. That was the scenario. So biology came on the easy side. Not too much time consuming, we can say. 50 minutes extra were really helpful, yes. So number 1, biology was easy. That means your major cutoff decider is going to be biology. Biology will have 330 marks. Around that, if you get, you are in the safe zone. But obviously depends upon physics and chemistry also. But scoring 313 bio for getting seat was the requirement in this paper. So biology was easy. It should have consumed comparatively lesser time. And followed by chemistry, we can come now. Chemistry, when we were discussing the paper, we were making the answer key also. The first feeling that came was the paper was good, tough. And 100% this was the toughest paper of chemistry in the history of NEET examination, finally. If you remember what we said in 2025 NEET Tarvata, when we were starting the long term, at that time we said, explain something, that the paper can become tough if they twist physical chemistry slightly, organic level can be increased. So in this paper, what happened? Physical came tough. Many good questions, new questions, newly made questions were there. The kind of question I think all the Gosalite people will remember from the main track. Main track, many of you might be thinking about it, sir, why are you giving so much tough paper? We are not getting marks. Before the face examination, the refresh, you might be thinking, sir, why so many tough questions are coming? Marks are not coming. At that time, so many papers are there in Gosalite from where the questions have matched in the paper now. When suddenly the level shooted up, all those papers become highly relevant. All the new models, I think our students are understanding what I'm saying. Something that you have never seen before, something for which you have to create a new formula, starting from the basics. Fundamentals should be clear, derivations must be clear. Those kind of questions in the physical chemistry came, and high weightage physical chemistry came. By 16-17 questions are there, bhai, in physical. Organic chemistry, bhai, what a paper. Last year also organic chemistry one question was good, but this year they have given at least 2 to 3 questions where they tested JEE advanced level concept also. They have their objective was very clear. At least they wanted 4 to 5 questions in chemistry not to be done by most of the people, and that objective was visible in this paper. They wanted the cutoff of this paper to be lower. So those questions which were time consuming, those questions have to be left. That is what we trained you for, selecting the question. That was there in physical also, that was there in organic also. Beautiful question of stereos came. Beautiful questions came in which little bit of mechanisms were also used, where some projections were also used that are not generally practiced by NEET student in depth. Then came a nice blow of cold air in organic. Coordination compound is the first and the last love of, I think, NEET paper now this year. So many questions came directly from NCERT, whether you take FeOX whole thrice or FACMR, everything what was expected. Type of electrolyte, 1:3 type of electrolyte, which type of electrolyte is there, nomenclature, everything from coordination that could have been asked, CFT, pairing back, every single question, like coordination compound, if I say, coordination compound had 50% weightage of inorganic chemistry. That much high level they asked coordination. And when more questions are coming from coordination, means they are making a conceptual paper. They are not making memory-based paper as much this year. This year they have made a good conceptual paper. Chemistry paper, I think, is by far, we enjoyed solving the paper for the first time in our career in NEET teachers. In JEE time, we used to enjoy when we were teaching in JEE. Every paper used to be like challenging, ki nice, new questions have come. For the first time in the NEET, new questions came. And I am so happy that just now our students are saying also ki paper was easy. Bhai, for you it is easy. Those Gosalites people who are sitting over there, for you it is easy. I met just now in Ganguru campus, girls campus, it is there. Some girls were coming. They said, sir, no problem came at all. Some questions, answers are wrong, but problem not came. We did not feel afraid of the paper. That is because you have prepared that paper well. But cutoff is not decided by you people. This is the kind of paper we were looking for. We told you na, ki once tough paper will come, then you will see how many selection will come. Now top rank and selections are going to come like that. That kind of a paper came. That toughness level of paper came. Then after this much of energy will be drained by only chemistry, entering into physics. Physics was not as difficult as NEET 2025, but the paper was difficult, tougher than chemistry for sure. Physics, anyway, when the paper level of chemistry, physics will be tough also. Physics being a tougher, more numerical topic, automatically the paper turns out to be tougher than chemistry. Plus, you are already drained by so much calculations in chemistry. So physics was very tough side. So if we say bio easy, then chemistry was tough. Overall, not moderate. Not moderate, no drama. If NEET 26 paper, main paper was easy, then this paper was tough. Physics, very tough. Obviously not, I will say 25 level, but not too much below that also, nearby. 19-20 difference is there. Like there is a saying 19-20 ka fark. Little bit difference was there in the physics level, but because you were expecting tougher paper of physics after 25 NEET, in this last NEET also, which came little easier on method, that's why that much shock I don't think would be there after seeing this kind of a paper also. So if 330 marks like that we are expecting in biology, in chemistry, if you do 30 questions also correct, you are in very safe zone. I'm talking about Andhra. In physics, if you do 20 questions correct, you are in comparatively safe zone. So on adding up these, including the negative marking possibility, all those things are there, a range between 500 to 530. In this range, your safe score can lie. Obviously, we are going to see how your responses are coming, how our students have performed. And I'm pretty sure that this paper, 100%, our students would be performing much better than the other people, because see, examples are relevant to NCERT. Whichever was easy question and moderate question were exactly in the paper. Whichever were new questions, those kind of training you have done. I was just recalling, I was showing also, one question came in chemistry, for example. I'll just show you that question, in which seeing that question, many people would have left it also in chemistry. In physics, it's a normal question, but in chemistry, people find that question a little difficult. I'll just show you one photograph, and then let's start with the paper discussion. This paper is there, for example, this graph. In that some work done, etc., drama was asked. There, I just now was checking, we have to do this analysis anyway. This same question, I'll show you the date also. This same question, zoom a little bit, clarity not there. This same question from BC, we asked A, B, C, D complete work. These kind of questions are not very common in chemistry and obviously not asked in the paper. These kind of questions, and in this also the work done that was asked was nearby in the same range. Basically, this kind of a question is done nicely when people come out of the zone. Area under the curve is easy to find. But when you find the answer by using formula, the students will remember what I'm saying. Ki whenever the graph will come, the first idea that clicks, area under the curve. But they don't realize, ki, sir, this is T1, T2, same temperature, so isothermal. And like this, many graphs we have taught, but in the paper also asked. Then some more photos are there. I will just share by comparing all of them also. Like this question. Ravi, you can little bit zoom if it is possible. And same question with slightly different data. I think not visible. No, back. This is the permanganate, oxalic acid, this much molar, this much ml, KMNO4, and 100 ml oxalate is there. What's the molarity of oxalate ion? Like that same question was there. Then one formula, delta S NR ln V2 by V1 for ideal gas. Delta S cis, delta S sur N cis question. I am just telling. These are the examples which show that even though the paper level was good, we will discuss one by one also, but all this graph, same NCERT graph is there, but good question came. Same graph came in the face paper also. So when the paper was difficult or easy or tough, like that was the whole plan also. After May 3rd, we understood we have to send some easy, moderate, tough, all types of paper. Before that also we have done everything. So for you, it was not a shock. You are prepared for every type of paper. But cutoff is not decided by only Goshalite student. Cutoff will be decided by the state, all the student. And our analysis right now is that you might have done very, very good, brilliant, but you still don't know about it because other people, you don't know how they have performed. But for open category, if the marks are in the range of 500 to 530, you are in a comparatively safer zone. And if by mistake 550 crossed, so order the sweets from the best shop in the country or in the world, and at least send one sweet box to us, because 550 plus in this paper, bhai, you are sitting in one of the best medical colleges in the country. And you are 650 plus, you are contender at the top ranks. So this is a paper in which chemistry also came tough, physics also came tough. 25 paper, chemistry was moderate, bio was moderate, physics was only tough. Then that much low cutoff came down. Now 2 subjects are tough. You can understand which level it can be reaching at the top layer. So very good paper, very nice drilling paper, 15 minutes extra given, but completely utilized the time. This was in short the paper analysis for the time being. Clear hai bhai? Now we are starting with the paper discussion also. So let's start. Some 1-2 questions I will discuss, and then one by one, all sirs will come. We'll discuss the question paper. Or we can start the discussion right now because already I have spoken this much. So let's start with VSP sir. Aap start करेंगे. So VSP sir will start the paper discussion. If any doubts are there, you can ask on YouTube. Meanwhile, I will reply. Okay then.
Hello, hi, good evening all of you. So paper analysis, I think mostly done. It was tough paper. So don't compare your marks with the NEET exam, which happened third May. Okay, so that was totally different. That was very, very easy paper. Now it is tough paper. So don't think in that paper I got, let's say 650. Now I'm getting 550. So 100 marks. Now this 550 is bigger than that 650. Okay. So it's not like it is, what was the absolute marks? Now it is relative marks. Paper was tough. Okay, so you have to go with this analysis. Okay, chalo, let's go for the first question. Question number 46. Lanthanoid having 4 unpaired electrons. Okay, so all are given in +3 oxidation state. So for this only one small thing is required. You have to know the elements of the lanthanide series. Okay, so you are knowing it is okay. Now if it is a +3 oxidation state, then it is going to be F1, F2 like that. Now question is about the 4 unpaired electrons. 4 unpaired electrons. So in this case we can have 4 unpaired electrons. It is F subshell, means total 7 orbitals are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 unpaired electrons. 2 possibilities. Either it is F4. F4 means element number 4 not available in the option. Or another possibility 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you can check 4 unpaired will come. Element number 10. So you can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the answer. Okay, not. +3 given. Simply we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4 like that and we can get answer. Easy. Easy for me, not for the students. Okay. Okay, question number 47. Shall I discuss or? Okay, question number 47. Standard electrode potential E0 for the half cell reaction given. See, we are oftenly solving problems for the addition of the cell reaction, but they playing smartly here. They ask for the delta G question. It is discussed many times in the class. Many times we gave in the question paper also. But overall paper level is tough. Question is also tough. Let's solve. In this case, it is given Fe3 plus. Fe3 plus electron is equal to Fe2 plus. For this, they are asking standard electrode potential. What is given to you? E0, Fe3 plus to Fe0 is given. So let's go for the given values. It is given Fe3 plus. Fe3 plus 3 electrons is equal to Fe0. For this value is given minus 0.04. So for this thing, delta G0 is going to be minus N. N value is what? 3F. And E0 value is minus 0.04. Okay, another one is given Fe2 plus to Fe0. So if I go for this thing, Fe2 plus 2 electrons, Fe2 plus 2 electrons, this is equal to Fe0. Okay, for this thing, delta G0 is going to be N value 2, so minus 2F. And E0 value given minus 0.44 volt, minus 0.44 volt. And this is the target reaction. For this thing, delta G0 is going to be N value 1 minus 1 Fe, E0. Now, in this case, if this is a target reaction, what we are observing, Fe3 plus present left hand side, and this case also present left hand side, means I will use this reaction as it is. Okay, here Fe2 plus right hand side and this reaction left hand side, means I will reverse this reaction. If I reverse this delta G0 value, also sign will change. So for the target reaction, that is this one, minus 1 Fe0 is equal to. This reaction we didn't change, so this multiply here, so it is going to be 0.12F minus 0.12F, so minus plus, sorry, plus 0.12F, and this will change, so it is minus 0.88 and it will become minus 0.88F. Okay, so this you can get minus 0.76 F, and this is minus Fe. F cancel out, minus gone, E naught is equal to plus 0.76 delta G naught based question. Okay, next question. Who will come? Okay, heating NaCl with the concentrated sulfuric acid and Mn2 result in the oxidation of manganese. Salt analysis question. If we heat Cl minus and MnO2, in this case Cl minus gets oxidized into Cl2 and Mn plus 4 reduced into Mn2 plus. What they're saying, oxidation of Mn2 plus. So this is a wrong statement. In case of this, they're saying NaI with the constant sulfuric acid MnO2, reduction of manganese. This is a correct statement. Similar thing, I minus become I2 and Mn plus 4 reduced into Mn plus 2. It is reduction. In this case, they are saying reduction, so it is correct statement. Okay, question number 49. I think Veer Mani sir will discuss.
So hello everyone. So inorganic, after this paper I am more loving inorganic because it is saving everyone. Take na questions, 4-5 questions are from coordination compound and all are very good. More scoring. Bonding chapter also very good question. So you can clearly see here these things we have said so many times, fact-mer isomerism. So it was in paper also, face papers. Ma3b3. What we have to search for? Ma3b3 simply. So you can directly take the third option. Okay, the second question, we are having conjugated double bonds. So you can make the structure of the compounds, names given there. We have already said that whenever names are given, at least try to draw the structure. It will be clear to you. Achha, you can also see here 1-3 written. That means you can guess a bit it is coming what? Nearby. So chances of conjugation will be what? More. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3. So here we are having what? Conjugated structure. Okay. So whenever names are given, we should try to draw a structure. So 2 questions, very easy, very good, loving this. Okay. Next part, when you will go here, a bonding question. So bonding question we are having again, if you are knowing BRF5. BRF5 is one of the solved example in P block. BRF5 is one of the solved example in P block NCERT. And if you just do BRF5, you will get the answer directly. BRF5 B check karo, you are having all the possible variety here, 1 also, 2 also, 3 also, 4 also. Now let's solve it, what we will get. So how you will do it? BRF5. BRF5 means sabse pehle bhai likh lo AB5. Now don't forget to calculate the lone pair. Okay, we have to bind the lone pair also. So 7 electrons are there, 5 given to fluorine, 2 electron left, 2 electron left means 1 lone pair. Steric number 6. Electron pair geometry should be octahedral. But here we will put 1 lone pair. So finally what you will get? Square pyramidal. So BRF5 is square pyramidal. B ka bhaiya 4. B ka 4. Only one option. So like this we can solve the questions. 3 questions, inorganic, excellent, helping to students. After that, okay, biomolecules. See, biomolecules we said 20 amino acids are there. Bhaiya, structure a bit difficult to remember, but we tell you the shortcut, na? We have told you which is containing benzene ring, which is containing sulfur. So we all told you CM sir, cysteine, methionine. So from this only you can take this. Ki bhai M-methionine, I have to take methionine is containing sulfur. And amino acid, so nitrogen is there. Now what is the point here? Ki blood red, full organic chemistry, I think full organic, inorganic, physical. Blood red wherever coming, you find that ferric thiocyanate, FeSCN 2-3 places, salt analysis also, and qualitative, quantitative also. So the main include equilibrium also. Different colors were there in equilibrium chapter. Saurabh sir is saying. Okay, so what we are saying here, ki methionine. Now we should know ki sulfur should be there, nitrogen should be there. And for sulfur, we have already told you the trick, CM, so M. Next time we will give cysteine in the paper. Okay, so that's why we can do it ki methionine contains nitrogen as well as sulfur, so thiocyanate, and it will give blood red color with Fe3+. Okay, so from here onwards, Shivam sir will discuss.
Hello students. So let's begin our discussion for question number 53. A fantastic question asked on combining the concepts of second law of thermodynamics and equilibrium. And some people might have just got a bit worried also looking at this entire story. Ki, sir, this looks like a bio question, protein and all is coming over here. So let's have a look. So a protein undergoes reversible thermal denaturation from its initial state N to denatured state D. And this is the reaction that has been given to us. That is N is one state, D is the other state. They are in equilibrium. At 60 degrees centigrade, the concentration of both N and D. So I must say this is a quite innovative question. Okay, the concentrations of both N and D are equal at equilibrium. So this is giving you a very big hint that they are at equilibrium, and at equilibrium their concentrations are equal. So that means that the K value, equilibrium constants, will simply be equals to 1. Now we know that if K will be equals to 1, then delta G naught is equals to minus RT ln K, or minus 2.303 RT log of K, and K is 1, log 1 is 0 beta. So delta G naught will come out to be 0 for this. Okay, then let us read forward. So this much information we have figured out, and the standard enthalpy change is given. So what else is given to me? Delta H naught is given to me as 666 kJ per mole. So most of you, I mean most students would have just given up at this point, ki, sir, what the question is trying to say. But if you just stick with it for some time, you will be able to figure it out. So delta H naught will be 666 kilojoule per mole given. We have to find what delta S naught we have to find, and they have very clearly specified the units also, that is kilojoules, kilojoule per Kelvin mole, and you have to find the delta S naught. So what logic can we use over here? Beta, delta G naught has become 0. We know that delta G naught is equals to delta H naught minus T delta S naught. So if you put delta G naught equals to 0 over there, you get that delta S naught is equals to delta H naught divided by the temperature. Okay, just put delta H naught minus T delta S naught equals to 0. So from here you will get the value of delta S naught. And we don't have to convert anything into kilojoule or joule. It is 666 kilojoules. Temperature is 60 degrees centigrade, but you should have to convert it into Kelvin. So that will become how much? 273 plus 66 you can do, 333 will become. So this will get cancelled out. Clearly you will get the answer as 2 over here. Okay everybody, so this was one question. Let's have a look at another one after this. 53 done. Next is another very good innovative question of chemical kinetics. Once again a nice problem. So over here, one point which many people might have missed, but not the Gosalites students, but other people in general might have missed is this 2 over here. Okay, so this is an important point, but we make sure that in our classes and everywhere we definitely talk about this point, and you will find also same question. This is one point where I am pretty sure 90% of, more than 90%, 98, 99% aspirants who have appeared in today's exam would have done this mistake, even though they have studied the entire chemical kinetics. So over here, beta, what are we going to do is that let's have a look. So 2A goes to B is the reaction, and it's a zero order reaction. So when you will define the rate of reaction over here, extremely important, you will write 1 by 2 minus dA by dt. 1 by 2 minus dA by dt. This will be the definition of rate of reaction, and this will be equals to K, because this is zero order, so rest of the things will become 1. So from here I will get minus dA by dt is equals to 2K. This is very, very important. Now after this, you will write the integrated rate law. Integrated rate law is CT is equals to C naught minus KT, or AT is equals to A naught minus KT. But this K that you will put over here will not be the K given in the question, because when you will integrate this equation for A, then in place of K beta everywhere 2K will come. In place of K, after you will integrate this equation, so everywhere that integration I am not doing, you can perform it, not that difficult. So you will take this dt this side, so it will become 2K dt. So in all the equations everywhere you will not get K, you will get 2K. 2K will come over here. And now after this, just simply apply the formula. Initial concentration is 2 molar. 75% means 3/4 consumed. 3/4 consumed. So how much remaining? 0.5. So just put the values over here. So this is 0.5 remaining now, 75% consumed. And C naught is 2 and K value will be equals to 2T. Okay, 2 KT you have to put over here. So K is given as 1. So now solve it. So once you solve, you will get 2T is equals to 1.5. Okay, 2T is equals to 2 minus 0.5. T is equals to 0.75. So this is the critical and the crucial concept over here, which I'm pretty sure 99% people would have selected K over here, and then they would have got, I think, 1.5 or something. Okay, that would also match with the options. If you don't take this 2 over here, then also you will get one answer. But afterwards you will realize moe happened. Okay, so just be, I mean, this is an important concept. Next question again, as Pan sir pointed out, Birmani sir also pointed out that inorganic chemistry was your saving grace this time. Okay, inorganic chemistry was the thing which could have saved you. So this is once again direct example of NCERT straight away coming from coordination. FeOX whole thrice is chiral. Yes, we shout this in the class. In your face papers, it must have been asked at least 30-40 times. MAA3 complex is optically active. MAA3 complex is optically active, very standard routine example. And this is MAA2, this type of complex, okay. MAA2, this is also NCERT example. B2, cis form of this is optically active, trans is inactive. Trans is inactive, so he is saying that chiral, so this is wrong. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Okay, again, inorganic coordination, you can see number of questions direct from NCERT. So they were your saving grace. For the next question, I would invite again UNF.
Again, when you see this question, again, NCERT line. NCERT line only beside the graph.
In the middle of the series, highest aata hai.
That thing we are focusing. So this is just beside the graph, first line only written there. Ki all are having high melting point. And we focus on that group 12 also, ki they are having less manganese also. They tell you exceptional dip is there. Okay, na? So those things are there. So this is exactly the line of NCERT. Ki generally D transition metal have high melting point. And what is the reason for it? We say valence electron. You will also count Ns and N-1d. More electron, more will be interatomic interaction, which you will say metallic bonding. So more number of electrons are there, involvement of 3d, that is N-1d, in addition to 4x in interatomic metallic bonding. Okay, so more electron in Ns and N-1d. Okay, so that's why they are having high melting point generally. Okay, next one.
Coordination question.
Chalo. So next one again coordination. I'm telling you, means coordination, bonding, these are saving things, and we are liking. From next time, everyone will read inorganic very nicely. Okay, sir, this is only this time also, but from next time, they will read inorganic first only, and they will demand for extra classes. Sir, inorganic 2 times revision. Okay, so what we are saying here, ki, again you can do, these are now simple questions only. Ki Mn is there. Generally, maximum places Mn2 plus is there, but here you will have to take care ki Mn3 plus is there. Okay, so when Mn3 plus is there, this is D4 configuration, I think. Okay, but in D4 also we highlight. People do mistake here. This is strong fill ligand. This is strong fill ligand. So what you do, you write T2G, you write EG. Normally, when you will write 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 4. People do mistake here. They see like this. What they see? Ki, this is strong fill ligand, sir. I will pair. 4 electrons are there. They will pair all. They say, ki, sir, I will get 2 pairs. I will get what? 2 pairs. They will put electrons like this, and they will say, ki, sir, now correct. Sir, this is diamagnetic, sir. You should not think like this. We have said this again and again. We have to do that much pairing only how much is required. So coordination number is 6. You are having strong fill ligand. We will prefer D2sp3. For this we require only 2 inner d orbital. So what we will do, this is the normal thing. Okay. Now 1 already empty, EG set. I will just pair up 1 electron. You have to just pair up 1 electron. So when you will pair up one electron, two are unpaired. Two are unpaired. So when you will check in the other cases, I think this one will be maximum. Okay? You can check titanium and rest of the things. Here, to bhai D6 is there, 0 diamagnetic. So the main point was D4. You have to pair only one. Don't pair everything. Okay. So let's move to the next one. Next one, again very easy one, spectrochemical series.
One more coordination.
One more coordination, and this is easier than the before one. And one more coordination. Dedicated to coordination and deep law. So this one, by best exam, they have given means not very difficult ligands also. You don't remember clearly. You will remember ki highest is who? CO. Then everyone remembers ki ammonia. Amine is what? Strong field ligand. Pani bhai borderline. So border. Everyone remember. And what? Halogens are weak field ligand. So means they have given very nice, means they want you to do this question. They have given some difficult question, but they are also giving some easy questions, so everyone will do. Again, potash alum ratio of K plus and SO4 2 minus. We teach this 2 times. One times we teach in coordination compound also. Again, we take care of practical chemistry also. So we teach you preparation of inorganic salts. So there we teach you more salt, alums. So everyone knows the formula very clearly now. Sir, K2SO4 is there and Al2SO4 whole thrice is there, and some water molecules of crystallization. So we will focus on the ions. So you will get 2 K plus ion, and you are having how many sulfate ion? 4 sulfate ions you are having. Now people generally do mistake, but we tell them ki bhai 1:2 will be also there in the option, 2:1 also. You have to see carefully. They are asking ratio of K plus and sulfate. So K plus how many? 2. Sulfate how many? 4. Answer what? 1/2. Don't tick 2/1. Okay. So 1/2. So one page, many coordination compound, and all can be done by our students. इस पेज के भाई मिल जाएंगे 3 इधर 2 इधर 20 मार्क्स
20 marks in single page.
20 marks in single page. And everyone can do it. ठीक है ना? No problem in this. So next, आओ सर, आओ भैया.
Okay, question number 60. Okay, first assertion is given here. The first ionization enthalpy of O is lower than that of nitrogen and fluorine. So correct, this statement is correct. The loss of one electron from O leads to stable half-filled p orbital. So if I am removing electron from the oxygen atom, it is going from P4 configuration to P3 configuration. And if it is going to P3 configuration, here it is having all 3 orbitals to be half filled. Here Px, Py and Pz, all 3 orbitals are half filled. So they are saying half filled p orbital. This is also correct. But now point of discussion is, this is the correct explanation or not. So firstly, for this particular question, it depends on the examiner's mindset. If I am examiner, I will say it is not the correct explanation. I don't know what examiner will give, but if I am making this question, I will say it is not correct explanation. Sir, why you are saying like that? See, in this case, it is said O leads to half-filled p orbital configuration. That is why its ionization enthalpy become lower than nitrogen. It is justified. But in case of fluorine, if I ask oxygen versus fluorine, ionization enthalpy of fluorine is more because of configuration parameter or because of Z effective parameter. You will say, sir, because of the Z effective. O to F, Z effective increases. That is why ionization enthalpy increases. You can explain O and N concept, ionization enthalpy of O versus N by the configuration. Undoubtedly, this can be justified. So since it is in the statement, they said N and F both. And this statement is not justifying fluorine. It is justifying oxygen versus nitrogen comparison, but not oxygen versus fluorine comparison. Based on this fact, my expectation is it should be not correct explanation. That is why we gave this fourth option. It may be possible that some other people are giving correct explanation, but we are going with this answer. Let's see what examiner is giving. Okay. Question number 61. Tawfiq sir will explain.
In question number 61, it's about oxidation of para-nitrotoluene with acidic KMnO4 gives an acid which is stronger than benzoic acid. Now here in this question, it is from carboxylic acid chapter, aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acid. Here, the compound which is para-nitrotoluene. When we oxidize it with acidic KMnO4, the CH3 group or side chain, which is adjacent to the benzene ring, benzylic H containing, that undergoes complete oxidation, giving which compound? This will be para-nitrobenzoic acid. So this gives an acid. It is which one? Para-nitrobenzoic acid. And is this stronger than benzoic acid? Yes, this is stronger than normal benzoic acid because here which group is present? Electron withdrawing group. So first statement is correct. Second one, reduction of nitrotoluene with tin HCl. So here it is from amines chapter. That here if we are taking the para-nitrotoluene with SnHCl, with tin HCl, it is a reduction giving what? NO2 converted to NH2. And followed by neutralization, here it forms firstly NH3 plus Cl minus, and then after neutralization we will say it is NH2, gives an amine that is more basic. Now this amine which is generated, is it more basic than aniline? Yes, because this compound has which group? Electron releasing group. So this statement is also correct. Clear, students? So answer is both statements 1 and 2 are correct one. Then next one, 62. The following carbocation is stabilized by the interaction of empty p orbital with. So this is carbocation. It has vacant p orbital. So it is asking in the question that this is stabilized by interaction of the empty p orbital with. It is stabilized by the pi electron density of benzene, one thing. So here, and it is stabilized by the hyperconjugation of CH bond. So among them, here it is fully filled p orbitals, and here it is sigma CH bond electrons will be participating in stabilization of which one? The empty p orbital of carbocation. So here which are given empty, that we can leave. Among them we can look for third one, filled sigma, which is this one, and filled pi orbital, which is from benzene. Here empty given, so clearly by elimination you will get only which option correct? Third one. Clear? Now John sir will go for next question, 63.
Thank you, sir. See, this is a question from atomic structure. So they're asking in this question, find the number of radial nodes, right? To find number of radial nodes, if the graph is like say of psi against r, see radial node occurs when the sign of the psi will change. Out here, there is no change of sign, right? So there is a zero node, radial node, right? Come over here, out here, this is positive, this is negative. So only once it is changing the sign, this is the radial node. Only one radial node is out here. Now out here, this positive, negative, and again positive. So first change of sign and a second change of sign. So there are two radial nodes out here. So that's our correct answer. So answer will be C1, right? We can check this one also, but out here, this is positive, this is negative, only one radial node will come. So our correct answer is what? The first one out here. We have next question. The next question is around solubility product, right? So see, out here, this salt is of AB category salt, AB category electrolyte. And for AB category electrolyte, we have got KSP is equal to what? S square. This is given as 5 into 10 to power of minus of 13. Now I'll take it as an even power, right? So 550 into 10 to power of minus of 14, that is around, it is around 7. The square root of it will be into 10 to power of minus of 7. The solubility of AgBr is 7 into 10 to the power minus of 7. Now let's look at zinc hydroxide. This is electrolyte of the order of AB2 category. So for AB2 category again, we have got Ksp is equal to what? 4s cube. This is given as 10 to power of minus of 15, right? So s cube will be 1 by 4 into 10 to power of minus of 15. Now to make a meaningful statement out here, can I multiply by 1000 and divide by 1000? This will become 1000 upon 4 into 10 to power of minus of 18. This will be around, this is 250 exactly into 10 to power of minus of 18. Now when you take the cube root of 256 is what? 6. So I'll keep it around like say 6 into 10 to power of minus of 6 approximately. Now coming to Hg2Cl2. Hg2Cl2 is again electrolyte of what? AB2 category. It will break into what? Mercurous ion and what? 2Cl negative. 1 and what? 2. So it's a AB2 category electrolyte. So again we will apply Ksp is equal to what? 4s cube. This time it is 1.3 into 10 to power of minus of 18. So s cube will be 1.3 upon 4 10 to power of minus of 18. Can I multiply by 1000 and divide by 1000 again? This will be 1300 into 10 to power of minus of 21 upon 4. This is approximately 300 into 10 to power of minus of 21. You take the cube root of it. This will be again 6.8, around 6.8 10 to power of minus of 7. So this is 6.8 10 to power minus of 7. This is 7 into 10 to power minus 7. This is bigger than Hg2Cl2. And we are having for zinc hydroxide, the value is 10 to power of minus of 6. So this is highest value. I think that's the answer, zinc hydroxide being the highest and mercurous chloride being the lowest one.
So again, we are having a coordination compound and this is again easier. So as we are moving now, means it is becoming easier. So this question, when you will see now, they are simply asking here 1:3 electrolytes. So we know that there should be one cationic part and 3 anions. So now when you will break this one, you will get this one as CONH3 whole 6 3 plus. This is the cation and you will get Cl minus how many times? 3 times. So 1:3. Answer 1. Direct NCERT. And many times means. Okay. So next part we are having from biomolecules. Take it, biomolecules. Now see, biomolecules part you study in bio also these things. Take it. So when you will see here beta pleated we have told you they write like this in NCERT. They stretch it one peptide bond, one peptide near the other one, and between them there is what? Hydrogen bonding. So you can remember this in beta pleated sheet structure, peptide chain, one chain, second chain are held together by intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Diagram also drawn in NCERT. Okay? So rest options you can check once. So this one like alpha helix, the polypeptide chain is twisted into a left-handed screw. This is not correct. Left-handed, this is what? Right-handed screw. You might have studied this in bio or not. We also tell these things. Take a tertiary. Tertiary, they are saying that tertiary structure of protein has 2 or more polypeptide. Tertiary, nahi, quaternary. Quaternary diagram is there, one yellow color, one blue color. So 2 or more in quaternary. So you might be knowing, and we can do this from the first option only. Diagram is clearly in NCERT. So see, this is Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent will tell you very clearly that whenever Grignard is coming, there are many reactions, but first of all you should think about acidic hydrogen. So acidic hydrogen means what? Hydrogen connected to more electronegative atom. Don't miss this point. We say this again and again. We have asked in paper also. So this is Grignard reagent and you will get acidic hydrogen from here. H plus, H connected to N. So what will happen? This negative charge will be generated from here. This part and H plus will be taken from here and your answer will be what? Simply cyclohexane. So don't forget this. We were saying it again and again. Okay, now next question. Okay, so now LC sir will discuss.
Well, this question too we have discussed multiple times in the class as well. We have asked it in the phase, space and space as well. Now see that it's about titration of oxalic acid, titration of oxalic acid in KMnO4. Now in acidic medium, KMnO4 goes from MnO4 negative to what? Mn2 plus, right? By accepting 5 electrons. So valency factor becomes what? 5. Similarly, the oxalic acid, the oxalate ion C2O4 2 negative goes to become 2CO2. It's oxidation of oxalic acid by donating what? 2 electrons. So valency factor of oxalic acid is what? 2. Now, when the titration occurs completely, I can say equivalent of oxalic acid or say oxalate ions, right, is equal to what? Equivalent of MnO4 negative. Now, what is that thing? Molarity into valency factor into say volume. Volume, if it is in ml, I can take it as a milli equivalent, here also milli equivalent. Now, this will be again equal to what? Molarity of KMnO4 into volume in ml and valency factor. Okay, so molarity of oxalic acid is given as 0.25. Valency factor is 2 and volume in ml is given as 10 ml into 10 should be equal to molarity they are looking for of KMnO4 into volume in ml, they're saying 10 ml and this is valency factor is 5. So 10 and 10 will get cancelled and 2 into 0.25 is 5, 0.5. 0.5 is equal to m into 5, this will be 0.1. So m will be 0.1. So that's your correct answer. Okay. I think sir will come.
In question number 69, consider the following reaction sequence and choose the correct option. So it is from which part? It is in the hydrocarbon chapter in the preparation of alkenes given. That is the alkyne first station on the partial hydrogenation, which is with Lindlar's catalyst. It is when addition of H takes place, this results into K, and K will be a particularly which isomer generated. It is cis isomer formed, right? Then here Na in liquid ammonia, with Na in liquid ammonia, L will be its trans isomer. N will be its trans isomer. Now K and L are there. Sorry, CH3 I have written. Here it is CH3, here it is H. One is trans isomer and other is cis isomer. Dikh hi nahi raha hai mujhe usme. So here, then after addition of HBr, peroxide. In addition of HBr, peroxide and HBr, we know here Markovnikov rule will follow, which is carbocation. When carbocation forms, then the Br can attack from any side, which means it will be forming the here it will be, this will be the carbocation formed. Br can attack from both sides. It will be what center? A new chiral center. And here also same in benzyl peroxide, it will be giving the so here when addition of HBr takes place, free radical will form. And then finally Br will add, so here also new chiral center will be there. So ultimately here, if we go by the option, M and N, are they any geometrical isomers? No. They are compounds which are both dextrolivo here and dextrolivo here. Then here M and N are stereoisomers. M and N are stereoisomers. Dextrolivo here also, dextrolivo here also. K and L are geometrical isomers. Clearly we can say here that in case of K, it is cis isomer and it is which one? Trans isomer. So here among these two K and L, clearly one is cis, other is trans, and they will be what? Identical compounds, you can say here. Symmetrical in nature. So sorry, here it is CH, it is pH with CH3. So in this case, in this isomer, what will happen? H will add here, Br will add first, H will add first here, and then it will be Br radical. That will be the isomer. So finally, in this case, when you observe among them, the correct answer will be where L is trans and this one is cis form. Clear? Then here in 17th, arrange the following in the increasing order of polarity of the compounds. Among them, one is ether, one is alcohol, one is ketone, and one is carboxylic acid. Among these, if we compare their increasing order of polarity, normally we go by the among these particles the intermolecular force of attraction. That will be here. We will decide by that factor. Among them, the strongest factor will be where? In case of acetic acid. Strongest intermolecular association between the particles. Then comes which one? Alcohol. So first we will go by D, which is among them here. These possibilities. Then next one will be alcohol, where also stronger H bonding, but less than carboxylic acid. So here, this option eliminated. Now between A and C. A and C. In A case, ether, where there is no intermolecular H bonding among the particles. And here in ketone also there is no H bonding. So here we go by the dipole-dipole interactions are more. So by that way here we can compare between A and C. C should be more polar, and given in NCERT also carbonyl compounds have substantial dipole moment which is more than ethers. So go by that one, that among them A is least, then comes carbonyl compound, then comes D, which is alcohol, and last one is, or maximum is acetic acid. Answer is 2. Next 71.
So let's quickly wrap up the next 3 questions of this page. So first thing is this graph. This graph is a beautiful graph. Why? Because directly if you are applying the area under the curve shortcut, finding the area become almost impossible by seeing the geometry. It's a triangle, rectangle, circle. It's very easy. But in this case, what is happening? They are going from T1 to T2. That is isothermal process. Here also T1 isothermal, T2 isothermal. So these two are isothermal. And if this is isothermal, everyone has mugged up adiabatic also there, but that will not be used in this question at all for solving it. Now, I'll explain the remaining options also. For that, I will use adiabatic, but otherwise not required. But let's see the options first, what they are trying to ask. They are trying to ask delta U2, delta U4 are the internal energy changes. Then they are asking you work done, W1, W2, W3, W4, and so on. Coming back here. Firstly, I'll find the work done here. So here that work done W1, because it is isothermal, and I told you one thing very clearly in the main track time. Graph can only be made for reversible process. Whether they mention or not, if they are making a continuous graph, it is only for reversible. For irreversible, you can plot initial final points, equilibrium positions, but you cannot plot the whole continuous graph. So I'm using the formula of minus nRT log V2 by V1, natural log V2 by V1. Why ln log? Because in options ln they have given us. Natural log they have given. So minus n, little problem is there because question is I think printed up. So W1 is minus nRT ln V2 by V1. So number of moles are 1. R value they have given above there 2 in calories. Temperature they have given here as T1. Natural log V2 by V1. This is the work done number 1. I will find work done number 3 also here. That is also reversible, but compression going on. The formula will be same. Minus N1 R isothermal process. R again 2 temperature. This time temperature is T2. Natural log V4 by V3. Now they are asking us in one of the option कि W1 plus W3 is how much? And when we are adding them, we are getting minus 2 T1 natural log V2 by V1 minus 2 T2 natural log V4 by V3. Just remember it. I will show you the options now. Or I think we can keep it also, no? No? It will not be, it will delete it, no? Chalo, no problem. Just remember what I have written over here so that you can, once I reach over there, you can see. Minus 2 T1 ln V2 by V1 by the formula here, minus 2 T2 ln V4 by V3 by formula here. Irreversible isothermal I am taking, reversible isothermal I am taking, reversible. Irreversible graph not possible in a continuous manner. So by applying the formula, W1 by W3 is coming as what we found, this plus that. Now sir, why W1 plus W2 plus W3 plus W4, mottam W is not 0, why? Bhaiya, this much area under the curve coming na, how is that 0? First. Second, in case you want to solve adiabatic part, you can solve adiabatic also by delta U. This page I will complete. So delta U is equals to Q plus W, adiabatic is there, so delta U will be equal to W. So whatever the adiabatic area is there, the work done sum will be also equal to delta U sum. So this minus simple does not, this minus is not making sense. W2 plus W4, because for adiabatic both side, I can't show the graph now. Something like this they have drawn. So these are adiabatic sites. So they are not required. I'm just telling you because it will go in the archive. Some future aspirants will see. So quickly in briefing, I'm telling you what exactly the remaining options why it got eliminated over here. So this is adiabatic part. For adiabatic, Q will be 0, delta U will be W. So W2 plus W4 will be Q, delta U2 plus delta U4. Similarly, this W1 plus W2, you can find in the same way. W1 you will get here. Clear, bhai? Which is equal to only this much. W2 work done they have not used here, so obviously not correct. Interesting thing, adiabatic work done formula is not given in NCERT. Even though we know P2, V2 minus P1, V1 upon gamma minus 1, we use for both, reversible, irreversible, both we can use that. But we are not given this in NCERT, and they did not ask that also in this question. They made a good tough question, but within the boundary of the NCERT syllabus. Chaliye, moving on, a green color. Several times this question we have asked. This green color, paramagnetic, then KMnO4, diamagnetic, temperature dependent para, this thing there. This temperature 513 Kelvin, very important. When KMnO4 is heated to 513 Kelvin, decomposed to K2MnO4 plus MnO2 plus O2. Several times we have asked in the terms of disproportionation reaction, can we call it? Then we say, no, sir, it is not disproportionation. This is intramolecular redox. All those dramas we have done several times. Beautiful question number 73, also given from NCERT. This time it became very famous in physics on May 3rd examination when the round off came. And this time, see, to completely give a clear idea, they have asked this question in chemistry. Remember the shortcut. Whenever you have 5 which you are rounding off, for example, if you get 2.69, you will round off to 2.7. But if the 5 is given over here, then understand the final answer has to be even number. Use this shortcut. Final answer must be even number, means 17.0145. So when I round off, I will not increase this 4 because 4 is already even. And wherever this 3 is coming, this I will make even. 3 is odd number. So 5 I will make this as increasing the value of 3 as 4. So remember the shortcut. Whenever 5 comes at the last, the final answer must be even. This shortcut can give you the answer very fast. Anyway, moving on. VSP sir, favorite question of yours.
Okay. So firstly, question number 74. Honestly speaking, we didn't taught. Okay. We taught just before this because I never expected ki after Fisher projection, they will go to the Newman's projection also. Okay. In this year's in some batches I taught, but previous year batch I didn't taught. Okay. So I'll not say ki this was discussed by us. Honestly speaking, remaining all questions what are available in the chemistry paper, they were discussed. Only this question was not taught by us. Okay. Chalo, no problem. Let's understand the concept in this case. First, given trans 2-butene upon treatment with the Br2CCl4 gives the following product. Okay. So what concept you knowing? If it is a trans, firstly I'll go for the concept. What is known to you? Trans butene plus Br2CCl4. CCl4 is solvent. What concept was discussed in the class? I will go firstly for that one. This is a trans isomer. So we use minus sign. Br2 will go for anti-addition reaction. So here also minus sign. What is the trick? What trick was discussed in the class? Minus minus is equal to plus. If it is a plus, then I will keep firstly these two terminal groups, top and bottom of the Fisher projection, means this CH3, and this CH3 will keep at the top and bottom. Okay or not? And since plus sign is coming here, I will attach both bromine one side, like right hand side in this case. So this is the product which is actually meso compound. In class, we taught up to this concept. But how to check if this meso is matching with the Newman's projection was not discussed. Okay. See, because we are not expecting that they will go to the UPSC level also. Okay, maximum we are expecting they go to the JEE advanced level. This kind of question came in the JEE advanced, so we taught. But we are not expecting that. Now they will go to the UPSC also. Chalo, no problem. Let's go for the remaining concept. Now, in this case, this Newman projection is given. Now we have to check if this Newman projection is correctly matching with this Fisher projection or not. What is the method for this? If Newman projection is given, we have to convert this into the eclipse form if staggered is given. Okay. So if I keep this methyl with this methyl, means I will go something like this. Let's observe. Now this thing not required. Okay. So here it is bromine. Here it is methyl, this methyl. Now I will rotate this methyl in such a way that this methyl come eclipse condition here. Okay or not? So I will rotate here. So this Br will go here. And this H will go with this one. Now after this you have to check one thing. Here you can check this Br and this Br. They are not same side, not eclipse condition, opposite to each other. And here they are coming same side. It means it is not the same compound. Easier method. This is the easier method by which we can find. Okay. So here this Br not eclipsing, and here they are coming same side. If you are keeping your eyes here, you can check Br eclipsing, and here not eclipsing here. So that is why this is not correct form Newman projection for this one. Okay. If you go for same method in second case, you will match. So this second one is correct and first one is not correct. Oh, sorry, first one is not correct, this one is correct. Because this is not matching. They are saying that this compound is formed. Actually, this Br coming eclipse, here not coming Br eclipse in the eclipse conformation. If I am keeping both methyl top and bottom, like here both methyl kept top and bottom. Okay or not? Next question. So this question, if you left, it is better. Because see, if we are not knowing, it is better to leave the question. Na? And few questions I said just before the exam also, if you're not knowing some difficult questions coming, better to leave. Okay, chalo, no problem. Question number 75. Consider the following reaction and choose the correct answer. First is given CrO2, Cl2, CH2 followed by the hydrolysis. This is Itard reaction. By this I will get compound P, which is benzaldehyde. Itard reaction, this will give benzaldehyde. CH3 becomes CH. Now options are, on treatment with the bromine water, compound P give a white precipitate. No, this is for the phenol and aniline. Compound P is obtained by the hydrogenation of benzoyl chloride with the palladium on barium sulfate. Rosenmund reaction, you're knowing. Benzoyl chloride, PdBSO4 hydrogen, it will give benzaldehyde. This is the correct answer. Okay, next one. Question number 76. Here, if you remember, just before, 2 days before the NEET exam, I said, please revise sources of vitamins. Okay, phase 8, Epan sir is saying exit paper also. Phase 8, I said, revise sources of vitamins. Very important, they can ask. See, they asked. Okay, let's observe. Vitamin A, you're knowing, it is carrot. Vitamin B12, non-veg meat. Vitamin E, oily vegetables, sunflower oil, and vitamin K, green leafy vegetables. Okay, you can match accordingly. Okay, question number 77.
70 or 79.
Okay, hello everybody once again. So let's have a look at question number 77. So what does the question say? That how much carbon dioxide will be evolved? So this is one of the easier ones. Okay, we have done lots of questions like this. So we all know that N-butane, that's a hydrocarbon, C4H10, and it is undergoing combustion. So I won't write down the whole reaction. I just have to calculate the amount of CO2. So from here I'll be getting when CO2 plus H2O, but when I will do the balancing for CO2, then for 1 mole, you know 4 carbons are there. So 4 will come over here. Now after this, you simply calculate the moles of butane. So butane is C4H10. So this is 48 plus 10, 58. So moles will be given mass upon molar mass of butane, that is 116 upon 58. So that is 2 mole beta. Okay. And 2 moles ratio is 1:4. So 2 moles will give you 8 moles of CO2. Mass of 8 moles of CO2, 8 into 44 gram we will do. Which will be 352 grams. So this was an easier one. Okay, let's move forward quickly. Next is 79. This one VSP sir will discuss. Okay. So 79 correct statement is directly very easy one. So we all know that second period elements can have a maximum covalency of 4. They cannot expand their octet. So boron has maximum covalency of 4. Rest all are wrong. You can have a look at it. 80 is based upon nomenclature. The formula, again one more question from coordination. Tetraamine aqua chlorido. I think aqua by mistake, it has been typed twice. You can ignore that. Tetraamine aqua chlorido cobalt 3 chloride. Cobalt 3 chloride. I think this was the exact in the question. So tetraamine means 4 ammonia, 1 aqua. Chlorido means 1 chlorine will be present inside. And then for overall balancing, total 3 chlorine has to come now because it is cobalt plus 3. So these are neutral. So 2 chloride ions will come outside. Let's have a look at 81 as well. So for this is again one of the easier questions in the paper. For an ideal solution formed by mixing liquids P and Q, delta H is 0, delta V is 0. You all have this point written in our notes. Okay, this is too obvious. Delta H and delta V is 0 for ideal solutions. Reason they have given, no interactions occur between P and Q. No, this is wrong. The reason for ideal solution formation is that interactions between P and Q are similar to what they were in PP and QQ. Not that there is no interaction. If there is no interaction, then it will not remain a liquid. It will convert into a gas. So that is why reason is incorrect. And then one question is there for aldol, which VSP sir will discuss. Okay.
Aldol condensation question.
Okay, so question number this one 78. For this, we said this simply one take in the class. Let's say they are asking which of the following is not aldol condensation product. Firstly, check if it is not alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde ketone, that cannot be aldol condensation product. By that only we can get answer. You can check it here quickly. C double bond O alpha beta. This is alpha beta unsaturated ketone. It can be. Here C double bond O alpha beta unsaturation. It can be aldol condensation. In this case, you can check C double bond O alpha beta gamma. This is beta gamma unsaturation. It cannot be aldol condensation product. This one small trick is enough to find answer for this case. There's no need to go in the detail of the question given. Then question number 82. Identify the reaction which give aniline as major product. If I go for the first reduction, LiLH4, then here I will get PHCH2NH2. PHCH2NH2. This is benzylamine, not aniline. This is what Hoffman's bromamide degradation reaction. This CO will be removed as K2CO3 because KOH is given in this case. And I will get PHNH2. Yes, it is aniline. NaBH4 cannot reduce NO2. No reaction in this case. Next one is hydrolysis. If I hydrolyze, this part will give aniline and this part will give acetic acid. So here also aniline is going to form. So in B and D we are getting aniline. Question number 83. The correct decreasing order of the oxidation state of the underlying atom in each of the molecule. I will say this easy question. In case of N2O5 oxidation state of nitrogen +5, Al2O3 is +3, NH2 sulfur is -2, +4, +5, +3 and -2. Easy question. Then question number 84. For the following reaction sequence, choose the correct option. What is given here? This is a smart question. First is given CH3COCl AlCl3 Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Here they are saying P and Q, 2 compounds are formed. Okay, then second is given NaOCl. So let's observe CH3COCl AlCl3 given. Then if CH3COCl AlCl3 given by Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, here we will get PHCOCH3 acetophenone. But they didn't stop here only. Then what second is given? NaOCl. NaOCl haloform reaction. Then what will happen? This is CH3 by haloform reaction. This CH3 is going to be converted into CHCl3 chloroform, and this is going to be PHC double bond O minus NaOCl taken, the sodium salt of benzoic acid. Simply I can say sodium benzoate. Out of these two, one is P, another is Q. We don't know which one is P, which one is Q. We have to check the options. First option given, if P gives a carboxylic acid on acidification, Q gives a poisonous gas on exposure to the air and light. So this is from the haloalkane chapter. If chloroform coming the content of oxygen in the presence of light, it is giving COCl2, carbonyl chloride of oxygen gas, which is highly poisonous, and on acidification sodium benzoate will give benzoic acid. So this is matching. Question number 85. 2 moles of an ideal gas undergo free expansion from 10 liter to 100 liters at 300 Kelvin. The value of delta S system and surrounding. Okay, so it is it is given here. Delta S system, we can find delta S system is equal to 2.303 NR log V2 by NRT log V2 by NR log V2 by V1. Okay, so now in this case, what is given? 2 moles. So it is going to be 2.303, N value 2. Options are given in terms of R log. Volume is what? 10 to 100. So 100 upon 10. So it is going to be log 10. Log 10 value is going to be 1. So 2.303 into 2. It is going to be 4.606 R. This is the value of delta S system. And surrounding is going to be 0. Then khatam kar lo. Okay, question number 8 is discuss karna kar lo. Question number 8 is for the elementary chemical reaction. The Arrhenius plot is given. Okay, this is good question, difficult question. If you're knowing basics, but you can solve this kind of question. Discussed many times in the class also. In paper also we gave. You're knowing K is equal to A e to the power minus EA by RT. If I take ln, because they have taken ln K and 1 by T, so ln K is equal to ln A minus EA by RT. Now in the statement is given the energy of activation is 6.64 kilojoule more inverse. R is given 8.3, that is known, and then saying the temperature at which rate constant become E square minute inverse. We have to take care of the units. This is important discussion here. Now we can check. Now in this case, many things are required. Basic idea of the graph, kinetics, everything is required here. Let's check. Now here K value is given E square minute inverse. So if I put this value here, I can write this thing ln K. I can write ln E square is equal to. Main thing is what? Ln A. So in this graph, ln is going to be what? Intercept. What is the value of this? It is a 6 here. Okay or not? So this is going to be 6 minus. EA value is given 6.64 kilojoule. Now I am going to keep R value in joule and 6.64 in the kilojoule. And Naren sir said also, if whenever this kind of things are coming, you have to take care of the unit. R I am going to keep in joule and activation energy value given kilojoules. I will change this into joule. So it is going to be 10 power 3. EA upon R value, I am going to keep 8.3 and temperature that we have to find. ln E square is going to be 2 ln E and ln E is going to be 1. So this result is what? 2 is equal to 6 minus 6.64 into 1000 divided by 8.3 T. Okay, remaining we can solve easily. Now this is the main part of the discussion. Main thing is you have to check intercept properly. Okay, remaining you can easily solve now. 2 minus 6 will minus 4, minus minus will cancel. So 4 is equal to 6.64 into 1000 divided by 8.3 into T. So T value is going to be 6.64 into 1000 divided by 4 and 8.3. You can calculate now. Okay. Question number 88. 87 also. Okay. Okay, an ideal solution thus formed obey Raoult's law throughout the composition range. Obviously, if it is following Raoult's law, then only we are calling it ideal solution. Mixture of chloroform and acetone show negative deviation from Raoult's law. Directly NCRT. If I am dissolving acetone, I am mixing acetone and chloroform, they are going to form this hydrogen bonding. Because of this, interaction become more. Okay, it is cancelled NEET question. Pansar is saying. Okay, and that's why because of greater interaction in the final solution, it is going to have negative deviation from Raoult's law. A correct, B correct. Mixture of aniline and phenol. I think this is answer came. A and B correct. There is no option with the C also. Okay, so we can find answer. Then question number 88. The highest occupied molecular orbital of neon 2. They are simply asking highest occupied molecule means HOMO. In the class, we talk about the HOMO and LUMO concept, highest occupied molecular orbital. In this case, it is a neon. We can quickly go for the configuration sigma, sigma star. I'm ignoring 1s. Okay, 1s sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, then sigma 2pz, pi 2px, pi 2py, pi star 2px, pi star 2py, and then sigma star 2pz. Here it is a neon 2. So obviously in this case, all orbitals are going to be filled. There is no need to waste time for this. And obviously this is going to be highest occupied molecular orbital. Okay. Neon compound given, obviously all are filled. So go for the highest one. Then last question. Second last. Okay. For the salt, shall I discuss or? Okay. For salt XY, which is a strong electrolyte, plot of lambda m versus under root C has a slope minus 90 Siemens centimeter square mole. Okay, unit ignore. Sorry, for now ignore. Okay. At this concentration of X and Y, and value of lambda m is also given. Limiting molar quantity Y minus at 298 Kelvin. They're asking, and lambda not X is given. X plus is given to you. Okay. So this is from the D by Huckel's own Sagar equation. Lambda m is equal to lambda m naught minus B under root of C. Okay. Now in this case, what is given? Slope is minus 90. So this value, here I will keep the values here. Then it is said here at 0.1 molar concentration, the value of lambda m is also given 145. So lambda m is given 145 for xy. Don't forget this is for xy. Lambda m not known to us. Minus B, this is minus 90. And concentration value was given 10 power minus 2 molars. If I take under root, it becomes 10 power minus 1. This result 145 is equal to lambda m naught is minus 9. This will be minus 9. If I take this thing, lambda m naught is going to be 145 plus 9, 154. It is xy salt, so lambda m naught xy is equal to lambda m naught x plus lambda m naught y minus. Okay, what they gave, x plus given 74 and y minus they're asking, so it is 154 minus 74, and this much mathematics you're knowing, it is going to be 80. Last question, among the following options, the correct trend of electron gain enthalpy many times got discussed in the class: chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine, completed.
So before going, just one thing I want to add, that now the physics discussion will start. In the beginning, I said around 500 to 530 like that we are expecting. But now as the trends are coming, we are realizing that somewhere it can be further down. So don't lose hope. By at least 20 marks also it can go down. Wait for the analysis tomorrow. Because now what we are getting is that physics is much more difficult as the marks are coming. We are realizing by that trend that marks are lesser than expected and significantly lesser than expected. So around 20 marks further dip can come. Don't lose hope. Enough you have already tolerated after the NEET examination, 40-50 days. Relax a little bit. Don't take too much of tension. Cutoff will come tomorrow, and as compared to 25 NEET examination, cutoff can be lower than that also. Some extra time is there. All those things are there. But chemistry, physics both came tough. Marks are lower. Mathematically, biology people are already challenged a little bit because mathematics not taken from last 2 years. So don't lose the hope. It is already good. Whatever the marks you are getting, 400, 450, 500, all are good marks right now. Wait for the final analysis of tomorrow. Don't lose the hope. Hope for the best. Pray to the God you are praying to. All the best. Physics people will take over now, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. Good morning, good evening, good night. Bagunnara. Okay. So everyone, people are less interested in paper discussion. People are more interested about cutoff, whether they will get selection or not. Yeah. So after exam, this is the main thing which people have to know. People don't care about solution of the question. And people, that is what people are asking in the comments also. Tomorrow you will get your paper analysis expected cutoff, but till now whatever we have observed, based on that one thing is clear. Cutoff will be not more than 2025. Means around 490, 480. That was the cutoff in for OC category for our government medical college in Andhra Pradesh, AP. So cutoff will be somewhere around that only, because this year chemistry paper was also tough. In 2025, physics paper was tough. Like that only. This time also physics paper is tough. But that year 2025 chemistry paper was easy or you can say moderate. But now entire India is saying chemistry paper is also tough. Once chemistry come tough, physics automatically become more tougher. So now this paper became more tougher due to toughness of the chemistry. Because people invested more time in chemistry, they automatically got even lesser time in physics. So physics paper technically was easier than 2025. But practically in the examination hall, it became tougher than 2025. So have your hope. Wait for cutoff analysis tomorrow. You will get exact idea what cutoff is going, because data will also come by tomorrow. You will get exact idea about cutoff. And as per our analysis for selection, you should get 50 marks in physics. If you have got 50 marks in physics, means we'll not talk about chemistry and bio, but in physics, yeah, come on. If you are reaching around 50 marks, 55, 60, that is enough to cross the cutoff. That marks will be enough to make you go in the medical college. So don't worry. You have done one job, one exam you have completed, so relax. Relax. 82 is a good marks. In this paper, if anyone is getting 82, that's a good marks. No problem, yeah. That's very good marks. Vinutna is saying 82 marks. Come on, you can tell your marks, some people. We'll check. And some people have got 460 total. That's also okay, depending on your category. Achha, in physics, 30 got, that's less. Okay. But for selection, 50 is enough. Means if you have got 50 in physics, that means remaining job has to be done by chemistry and bio. 100 is very good marks in this paper. Come on. Your percentile will come 90, 99, 99 percentile, 98 percentile, 691. Very good marks. This is what we were saying. Gosalites have one thing. In tough paper, we get more selection. That is what is going to happen in this also. Means cancel NEET, you are getting good marks, but selection was less. But selection would have been less. But now people are getting less marks, but selection will be more. As our Manish sir said in the last meeting, after paper you may feel paper is tough, you are getting less marks, but after 1 month you will come with sweet boxes because you'll get the medical seat. So important is not marks, important is your rank. That rank will be better this time. Someone want to add anything? So we'll start with paper discussion because time, yeah. 85, 90, 100, that's a very good marks. 98 percentile, 99, 97 percentile will come like that. So don't worry about that. 680 first NEET, now 591, very good. Come on, you'll rock. Don't worry, you'll get the best college. No problem. Cutoff may go below 2025 also because chemistry is tough. Bio, no one care. Tough, easy, everyone gets the marks. No problem, yeah. Physics seat getting marks is physics seat getting marks is 50 marks. If you are getting 50 marks in physics, remaining job has to be done by chemistry. 700 general, I will get MZL, definitely. Who is that? Yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah, definitely you'll get, no problem. Yeah. So let's start with the paper discussion, no problem. So question number 1, they were asking you I naught. So I naught you can directly calculate amplitude of current means maximum current. I naught you can simply write as V naught by Z. Now V naught is given 220. Z you already know. But you have to check. Yeah, Z will be coming as under root of r square plus xl minus xc whole square. But no need to do this much calculation, because we have done in the classes also, we have done in paper also. This omega which you are seeing here, if you check from there, you'll find this omega value is same as 1 by under root of LC. L value given, C value given. If you put, this value will come 2 into 10 to the power 3. Means the AC circuit which they have given, you already have resonance. And in resonance, Z will be equal to R. So no need to calculate XL and XC. You have to just check. You have to just check omega given is resonance or not. So this is what we do always. Yeah. So we check omega will be same as resonance omega. So XL, XC will be cancelled. Z will be equal to R. R value given, that value is given as 100. So this will give you 2.2 ampere. Not easy. I'm not saying easy because you have to check omega. But okay, no problem. Yeah, that's why paper was tough. None of the questions were direct question except banking. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Now I will hand over to our Boys Campus star, Mop sir. Come on. He will give some idea also, then start paper.
Okay, so already sir told that paper was tough. So you had to actually select some questions in the examination. Sometimes all the questions are not for us, and already you were trained for that. So now here another question, we have second question that is actually from KTG, and you practiced, we ask multiple times, and this is the question that you should actually do correct. So we can say mean free path is actually your 1 by root 2 pi d square and n. Here n is the basically your number density. Now we have to figure out the number density, so we can say n equal to, this is the constant value, so we can say it becomes basically proportional to d square and lambda m. Now you have to figure out, in this case, your na by nb, so we can say na by nb becomes basically in this one db by da whole square, means we have the inverse relation here. And same we can write in this one your lambda mb divided by lambda ma. And in this one they have given the relation that if you read here, mean free path of the molecules of A is half that of the B. So you have the ratio of lambda ma and lambda mb. And then you have the ratio of diameter also. Diameter of A is twice of diameter of B. So you have both the ratio and you can put here and you are going to get the answer as second. Now if you go to the next question here, this is from oscillation. Slightly question is moderate to tough side. Here we can say in this one time period when you calculate actually, so this becomes, this result directly remember that is the m by a rho g. Now here we can say this m is constant, all other parameters are constant. So we can say t proportional to 1 by root rho, and then we can write here t1 by t2 is basically equal to root of rho 2 by rho 1. Okay, and now we can just put the values here. They are asking in this case rho 2 by rho 1, so we can say here rho 2 by rho 1 is actually equal to in this one t1 by t2 whole square, and they have given that t2 is actually 2t. Okay, so you are putting here in this one your t and divide by your 2t whole square, so that becomes here 1 by 4. Okay, now we can go for the next question. Consider a spring mass, okay, in this one, and they're asking that we are having graph of actually in this one there is the xv plane, and xv graph, you know, that is going to be your ellipse. So we can see graph is actually like this. Here we can write v, this is the x, and here this one is the a omega, and this is the actually a. But they are saying that this function is basically your circle, and you know this ellipse will become circle whenever this a and this a omega both become same, which is only possible whenever omega is going to be 1. So now you can say if omega is 1, and you know omega is simply here root of k by m. Now you got the ratio here k equal to m in this one. And this was the question that you already remember that yes, v and x graph is going to be your ellipse, and in the notes also you have seen that this becomes circle whenever your omega becomes 1. So we can say directly this is the question of notes here. Previous question also was there in the notes if you remember the result, because sometimes in the examination it takes time to derive. Now we have here next question. The question number 5, recently we have asked in our paper also. Work done you have to calculate, and you remember the formula for work done. There is the basically here in this one n or delta T by 1 minus gamma. Now you have to put the values here. 1 R is given here 8.314. We can say 8.3 is given. Delta T, if you say, then we can say that is the 10, because we have to figure out the magnitude here. So okay, just writing the 10 here because no negative given. And no problem, because we have to get the we can write otherwise minus 10, okay, because in this one there is no option of the minus, so we can just take the temperature difference here, and then 1 minus gamma, which is your 5 by 3. Now if you calculate here, so this becomes actually minus 83 divided by here in this one your 2 by 3, and now you got the answer here, okay. And in this one, this will be also minus ultimately will be cancelled here. Next question is from the EM wave. Already we said that you have to do your spectrum all the time. And one good thing that you have to only match one option, that is your UV rays. If you match the UV rays, then your first option. And in this one, UV is basically used for the purifying water. You have seen in your water purifier. And there's only one option for this one, that is the QH1, even though you don't have to read all the options also. Okay. So now, next, I will hand over to the Akhilesh.
So question number 7, again question of electrostatic, appears to be lengthy, but actually not lengthy, not that much tough, but in the examination hall in that much of time. 489 for OC, chance is there, come on, already said, last year cutoff was 484, 2025, so cutoff will be around that. So chance is there, don't lose your hope, no problem, yeah. So question number 7, in electrostatic, you have done so many questions in our paper, work done you can directly write as Q into delta V. That means VB minus VA, no problem. Q is given 1, because charge which you are moving is 1. VB you can calculate. VB you can calculate because you already have a sphere. And both the points are outside the sphere. So outside the sphere, potential we write as KQ by R. So we can write VB as KQ. Anyone you can take final initial, no problem, because no option is negative given there. So we'll check the diagram also. Questions, by seeing the diagram, it seems to be tough. But actually not very tough, we can do, because we already know work will be, sir, Q is 1, delta V. So you are going from A to B, that means VB. VB you can write as KQ by R, that will be 3R, minus KQ by VA, KQ by R, that will be your 2R. Now from here you can get, but value of Q from here we can get, that will be coming as KQ by 6R. But problem is they have not given you Q. They are talking in the terms of charge density. So Q you can write as this Q you can write as rho into V, that is 4 by 3 pi RQ. And you have to just, and K value you already know, standard value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. If you match from there, in denominator 18 will come, because this 3 is there, this 6 is there. So 3 into 6, that will no need to do complete solution also. 3 and 6 is there, for us it's easy, but in examination hall for you it's tough. So 6 into 3 you can do, directly it will come 18. This 4 and this 4 will get cancelled. So from there we can get our answer 18. Diagram made this question more tough. Otherwise question was not very tough, but okay. For students every question is tough. For teachers every question is easy. So don't worry about that. Paper is tough, yeah. Question number 9, I think our face exam question, so many times we have done. Acha, now our Manish sir will take. You can give some idea about paper. He is in the group, bhai.
Hello. So paper you find that it was difficult. So one thing that is NTA confused the student also, because in the NEET 1 they gave every question from the NCERT, but in the NEET 2 they have not even taken the single question. So means student will prepare it, they will follow what. So that is not your mistake, you have done, and I talked to some student, they perform good also, relatively good. And what I said before also, marks maybe your marks will go down whatever you were getting in the NEET one, but definitely you will get very good rank, because this year chemistry, this time chemistry is also difficult, physics is also difficult. So definitely merit will go low. So don't lose the hope. Okay, be positive. Take a rest, because you have done the hard work. 1 month extra, 140 days extra, you have done the hard work. Okay, and wait for the few days. Okay. Okay, now question number 8. A beam of light fall on a metal surface such that the photoelectron generated. Here they are saying the power of light source start to decrease. One thing they given the source, means for the source given, you have written in the notes also, for the source given we will take the frequency constant. So frequency constant, but power they are decreasing. So frequency constant, power decreasing means number of the photon is decreasing. Number of photon is decreasing, then the photocurrent will decrease. But source is same, then frequency remains same, energy of photon remains same. Then what will happen? Potential will stopping potential will be same. Stopping potential will not change. Here intensity decreasing means power, or intensity decreasing means number is decreasing. Okay, so current will decrease, why? Number of photon incident is decreasing, but stopping potential will remain same. Then according to that graph you can see one is decreasing, one is constant, means you can go to the graph this. Okay. Then question number 10, already we asked a similar same question, even vibrational mode I asked. Here also they given the vibrational mode only. So then an ideal gas is made of the polyatomic. Each of the molecule has the 3 translation, 3 vibrational, 3 rotational, and F vibrational mode. I said when vibrational mode given, then we have to multiply with 2 to get the vibrational degree of freedom. Then total degree of freedom, what we can say, 3 plus 3 plus 2x, where x is a vibrational mode. Okay. Now they are saying if the ratio of the heat capacity means gamma, that is a 8/7, then they are asking the value of, so here mode they given F. Okay, that is equal to what? Total degree of freedom. Suppose I am writing capital F. Okay, gamma and degree of freedom, what is the relation? Gamma is equal to 1 plus 2 by F. Now gamma given what? 8/7. Gamma is equal to 8/7, that is equal to 1 plus 2 upon, this is what? 6 plus 2f. 6 plus 2f. Now subtract it, then you will get 1/7. 1/7 is equal to 2 upon 6 plus 2f. Now cross multiply, then you will get what? 6 plus 2f is equal to 14. Then 2f is equal to what? 8. Then f, what you got? 4. So gas has 4 vibrational mode. Okay. Nine. Question number 11, in the measurement of the viscosity, of liquid using terminal velocity, one thing that this is the new type of question. If you are reading the question carefully, maybe you can decide the answer also, but this type of graph also not given in NCERT. But if you are writing, everybody know the equation. By writing the equation, you can get the idea. Here they are saying spherical ball of the same radius but having different density are used. The variation of the terminal velocity V with the ratio of the density of spherical ball. The variation of the terminal velocity means V variation they are asking with what? With the ratio of the density of spherical ball to the density of the liquid. So terminal velocity formula we know that Vt is equal to 2 by 9 r square g by eta into density of the body minus density of the liquid or surrounding. Now here you can see this whole quantity is constant because they given the all sphere has the same radius. Okay, same liquid we are taking, so eta constant. Now they are asking the graph between Vt, this whole as a constant. Okay, ratio of the density of the body to the density of the liquid. So what we can do, density of the liquid whole we are taking as a constant. See, density of liquid also taken outside, then you will get what? Rho b by rho l minus 1. This whole is as a constant. Suppose I am assuming as a constant is a k. Then you can see here Vt is equal to k into rho b by rho l minus 1. Okay, same liquid given, so density you can take constant. Now this V will be 0 when this ratio is 1. So graph will start from 1. Okay, means value will be 0. V will be 0 when the ratio is 1. Now you can see the option. Here it is not started with 1. Here you can see the ratio is 1, then it is a 0. Then answer is what? This one, third one. Okay. Question number 10 भी है. एक Well, in a solar system, I think this everybody has done. It is a Kepler's third law directly they ask. So means we know that in the Kepler's law, T square is directly proportional to R cube, then T directly proportional to R to the power 3/2. That was the direct question. It was a bonus question that everybody has to search also. That's why I said when paper is difficult, we have to be selective. We have to search the easy question, what we can do easily. Okay.
So firstly, we move to question number 10. Thirteen. Okay, come on. Yeah, question number 9 was there, which we missed in between. I think this is our face paper question only. You have done, no problem. Yeah. So first thing, both balls are having same masses and collision is elastic. Elastic means exchange of velocity will happen. Means A will transfer its velocity to B. Means after collision, B will have same velocity as A. Means after collision, B will have velocity 10 meter per second. Okay, it will transfer, exchange of velocity will happen. So B will have velocity 10 meter per second. Now they're asking you how much height it will go. Directly you can write maximum height it will attain will be u square by 2g. Directly you can write that h max will come, u is 10, so 10 into 10 by 20. 2g, g value 10, so from here it will come 5 meter. But multiple concept. If collision is also used, then we have to use energy conservation, or directly we can use equation of motion, we can get from there, no problem. Yeah, we'll move further. This is not tough question, not easy. Being teacher, we can say easy, but actually not easy because multiple concept was, that's why paper is tough. Let's move further. Question number 13. Easy but complicated because so pedda question, so much reading required, so many options are there. They are not asking you value of moment of inertia. They are asking you difference of moment of inertia in two cases. So IA you can write, okay, IA in this situation about this axis we can write moment of inertia. For this sphere, axis is passing through center. So directly 2 by 5 mr square plus. For this sphere, we have to use parallel axis theorem. Recently, in one of our face exam, we got question based on parallel axis theorem. Same parallel axis theorem we have to apply here. Now, for this sphere, about this axis, we can write moment of inertia I about center plus md square. So I about center, again 2 by 5 mass small m, radius small r square plus md square plus md square. So its mass is m. And d will be this distance, that is capital R plus a small r. So capital R plus a small r whole square. This is the value of IA. Similarly, when you calculate IB, for IB, for B, yeah, in the case of second situation, this axis passing through center of a smaller. So smaller will have moment of inertia 2 by 5 small m r square. Plus bigger you have to, now for bigger you have to use parallel axis theorem. So about center we already know 2 by 5 mr square plus md square. So its mass is capital M. D will be again r plus r. So r plus r whole square. And if you subtract, all the things will get cancelled. They are asking you difference. So if you subtract this all will get cancelled. Only this minus this will be left. So you can take r plus r square common. So you'll get m minus capital M r plus r whole square, which is one of our options. So you'll get your answer. Not very tough, but in examination hall, seeing capital M, small m, you'll not wish even to solve. You'll chodo. But what we can do in tough paper, we have to leave all questions then. So you have to fight with the question. Let's move further. Question number 15, again we can do. When there reaches the surface, again sphere is there. So again we can do work done directly. We can use energy conservation. Work done will be Q into delta V, means final, yeah, the potential final minus potential initial. That we can write as half mv square. Now from here we can put the charge. Charge is given minus Q. We can ignore nature of charge here. So value of charge we can take Q. Final point is your surface, or you can take minus Q. Otherwise, options are not plus minus, so nothing to worry. Yeah. Final potential is of surface. So surface potential KQ by R minus initial was 3R. So KQ by 3R. This will be equal to half mv square. Now from here we will put the value of, we can solve, we'll put the value of K as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Directly we will get our answer. We can check also, something is coming. Here 3 minus 1, 2 will come. That, yeah, so 2 will come, K value, this 2 is there. So 4 pi will get cancelled. 4 will get cancelled, denominator 3 will be left. So from there you can reach to the option without complete solving also. But after knowing answer, it's easy to say. But in examination hall, it's tough. Let's move further. Question number 16, good question, conceptual question, but we can do, no problem. Yeah, slightly tough only. Yeah, for students, reading this much is itself tough. But we can do. Here, no change is going to happen because you are going to use R net. Here, you will use R1 plus R2. So plus alpha minus alpha will get cancelled. So here I will remain constant, temperature independent. No change is going to happen with the temperature because one is plus alpha, one is minus alpha. Values are same. They will cancel each other. No change will happen. R net will remain same here. So I will be constant. But here what will happen is they are connected in parallel. So as you increase the temperature, one R will be alpha negative. So its R will reduce. Its R will increase. Now this will have lesser R than previous, and you already know in parallel R net will be less than both of them. So this resistance decrease, and R net will become even less than that. That means your R net in second situation is going to be decreased, means current is going to be increased. Because one will increase here also, one will decrease. But in parallel, R net comes less than both of them. So that's why R net overall will decrease. So I will increase, or options given little good. You can check option IA remains constant, IB will remains constant. IA is only in one option. So that's why we can go, but second option is also both are constant. So that's why little tricky. Let's move further. Question number 17 also tough. Question number 17 also tough, no problem. Yeah. So here we can calculate EMF first. So EMF you already know, d phi by dt. EMF means voltage, we can calculate d phi by dt. Okay, phi will be ban. BAN dt by dt means B and N are constant, means ultimately we have to differentiate area. So just for graph I am solving, I am not solving completely, means potential will come proportional to dA by dt, and dA by dt will come proportional to, once you differentiate, A naught differentiation will become 0, A naught sin omega t differentiation will become cos omega t, means this will give you cos t. If you differentiate, it will give you cos t, means your potential will be coming proportional to cos t. Because for EMF you will differentiate, once you differentiate sine, because one differentiation will be 0, sine differentiation will be cos. Now from here when you calculate your EMF, when you calculate power, they have not even asked EMF, they have asked power. Power will be V square by R. So when you do a square, means your power graph will come, graph of cos square t. Cos square t graph I think everyone knows. Same cos graph will be there, but negative will not come. Only positives you'll get. So the graph will come like this. That is what you're finding in one of the option. It's no need to draw the graph, means it will come graph of cos square theta. So that is the graph, fourth option we have. Let's move further. Now Manish sir will come.
So question number 14, I think we asked the same question, I think same data even phase 7 or some we asked. Here they are asking the Q value of the reaction, but they are asking in KeV. So first what we can do, we have to find when the mass is given, so we have to find the mass of reactant minus mass of the product, and then AMU mass given, then we will multiply with 931.5. that we will get in the MeV, but they given in the keV, so then 10 to the power 3 we will multiply. Okay, so then here how to calculate the mass defect? Mass of reactant is what? Uranium 238.050, and product is what? Thorium 234, so 234.043 and 4.003. So then 3, this is a 6, this is the 4, 0, then it is a 238. Now here if you are putting 238.046, then you will get, after subtracting, you will get 0.10 minus 6, that is a 4. Here what? 4 minus 4, 0, 0, means 0.004. That is a simple subtraction. So this is the mass defect you got. Now 0.004 you will multiply with 931.5. Then you will get in MeV. If you multiply with 10 to the power 3, then you will get in keV. Very simply, after multiplying, you will get the answer. Okay. Then question number 18. This also we asked in the face exam, ratio of the wavelength of the photon and all. But here they given what? An electron, each of the 20 move in the free space, the ratio of the linear momentum. So for the electron, we will write the linear momentum is what? Under root 2m mass of electron into k. K what they given? 20 eV. Okay, so k upon k of electron. Upon for the photon, I said we cannot apply under root 2 mp. We will write what? For the photon, momentum is equal to what? E by c. E by c. Okay. Now the energies they given equal mass of electron they given. Calculation is little bit lengthy. So under root 2 mass of electron given 9 into 10 to the power minus 31. K they given what? 20 eV. So then 20 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. We have to convert in joule. Upon E is what? Energy of the photon also given the same 20 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and C will go up, so that will get multiplied 3 into 10 to the power 8. Little bit lengthy calculation, but root you are getting very easily because here 9 to the 18, 18 to the 36, 360 and 1.6. So 36 into 16. 36 root will be 6, 16 root will be 4. Easily it will get cancelled out and you will get the answer. Okay. Question number 19. This is the out of syllabus because radiation they have deleted from the syllabus, and how they can expect the student knows the Stephen constant and all the wind displacement law, because without knowing the law, how you know the what is the dimension of the Wien's constant? Okay, so here Stephen Boltzmann constant they have given sigma, and then Wien's displacement law constant they given b, and the kb they given the Boltzmann constant. Boltzmann constant we know, but that others is a problem. So we know that for the Stephen constant, power is what? Power is the A sigma T to the power 4. So power means energy upon time. That is equal to area, we can say as a L square. You can shift down into sigma, and temperature means we are writing as a K. So sigma dimension, what you will get? Sigma is equal to energy upon time, and the area into temperature we are writing as a K to the power 4. Okay. Boltzmann constant, we know the formula E by E is equal to 3 by 2 kBT. From that Boltzmann constant, I can say what? Energy upon temperature, But power minus 1 means we have to divide with that. So energy upon temperature I am writing as a K. Okay. Then E and E will get cancelled out. Next, they are saying Boltzmann constant, Wien's constant. So Wien's constant is what? Lambda m into T is equal to constant. That is a Wien's constant. Okay. So lambda is the L, temperature is the K. Okay. Then we can write what? Lambda is equal to L, temperature is the K. That is a Wien's constant. Okay, dimension. Now K to the power 4, here K is square. Then you will get what? K to the power minus 2. Now L, area we can write as a L square, then L square and L, what is remaining? L minus 1. Okay, and then here T, then T minus 1. So L minus 1, T minus 1, K minus 2 will be the dimension. But this is the out of syllabus because gravitation, the radiation they have not mentioned in the syllabus. Okay. Now Akhilesh sir will continue.
So question number 20, we have done this type of question, maybe not same exactly language, but we have done, where Bill force balances mg. Same type of question we have, no problem. Yeah, here also you have two current carrying wires. Okay, both are having current in the same direction, means both are attracting each other. They are asking you for lower wire, so lower wire is being attracted by upper wire. Now they are saying you, yeah, it is, yeah, minimum magnitude, so that it will not rise. That means this force of magnetic attraction will be just equal to mg. Means whatever the magnetic force above wire will apply on the lower wire, that force has to be just equal to mg, so that it will not, minimum magnitude they are asking, so that it will not rise. So that magnetic force must be equal to mg. Now magnetic force between two parallel wires you already know, mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d. D here is your h into mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d into L. L, this will be equal to mg. Now from here h they are asking you, so h you can write from here, mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi, and here m will come. L by m you can write as 1 by lambda, or L you can bring down, so it will become m by L. This is your lambda which is given in the question, so it will become mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi lambda. Just you have to put the values, you'll get your answer. Nothing much required. Cutoff will be same as, maybe below only, not more than 2025. 484 was 2025 cutoff for OC. Cutoff will be not more than that. Means as per our report, it will go below only or slightly 1-2 marks. So 500 marks is a good marks. Definitely you'll get the seat. Don't worry. Relax. Chill in your life. Question number 22. Okay, no problem. In question number 22, they are asking you EMF. So here they are asking you EMF between A and B. So this is L. Di by dt is same. So you can write here EMF induced in first situation. That is your P. That you can write as L into di by dt. But in second situation, both are connected in parallel, because they're asking you EMF between A and B. Here between A and B doesn't mean entire circuit, because here they have mentioned A and B is this only. For this inductor only they are talking about EMF. If they ask you between this and other end, then you have to take series combination of inductor. But here directly they are saying between A and B means only this inductor you have to take L into di by dt. For this A and B means both inductors will come in parallel. So in this situation your EMF will become parallel, means just like resistance, L in parallel will give you L by 2 into di by dt. Now you can divide, you will get your ratio 2:1. Not very tough question, but slightly tricky, because many of you have directly taken both as in series, LL to L. So you have written, but they are not asking you between these two ends. Here A, here B. So only for this they are asking. So here you have to take only this, but here you have to take both, because they are in parallel and they are asking for both. No problem. Between A and B they are asking. So that's why you have to observe tricky question. In the exam, mistake may happen. Now in between one question left, which Manish sir will take. Come on Manish sir, question number 21.
So question number 21 is a practical based question. They're given the direct index correction that we are using in the optics in the and one more thing, like resonance tube, we have not done this type of experiment. Meter which also you have done by using the common sense. You can using common sense you can get the answer. And this is due to the thickness of the lens. Index correction is due to the index of the thickness of the lens. Okay. So this is the measurement of the focal length of the lenses using optical bench. Okay. Then question number 23, 3 identical PN junction diode D1, D2, D3. Here they are asking what? W1, W2, W3, they given the thickness, width of the depletion layer. So this question we have done infinite time, means in the forward bias width of the depletion layer decreases, in the unbiased and the reverse bias it increases. Okay. So then so many graph also we have done in this problem. So here D3 we can see D3 is the reverse bias. In the reverse bias, thickness of the width of the depletion layer will be maximum. D2 here open circuit. Open circuit means D2 is in the unbiased. D2 unbiased and D1 is in the according to the battery. D1 is in the forward bias. Forward bias thickness is minimum. Okay, reverse bias maximum. Then unbiased means we can say W3 which will be maximum. Then W2, then W1. Okay.
Okay, question number 24. Let's check question number 24. Okay, so they're asking if the energy stored in the capacitor P, here energy stored, and the total energy stored in the system. Total energy stored in the system are UP and UT. Then find the ratio of UP and UT. Find the ratio of UP and UT. Okay. चलो ठीक है देखते हैं if potential difference is V here बच्चा then potential difference here will be also V, but since these two are connected in a series and identical capacitor they have mentioned, that means it will have V by 2, this one will also have V by 2. So the energy stored here we can write UP, we can write half into C into V by 2 whole square, and UT we can write half. Total C equivalent will be C and C series, C by 2 and then parallel. So it will become 3C by 2 into V square. Take the ratio, you will get 1 by 6. Take the ratio, you will get 1 by 6. Coming to the next question. Question number 25. See. But about angular momentum in case of general motion we write R cross linear momentum of center of mass plus ICM omega. If the center of mass is moving, then we are going to use this formula for any general case. But the center of mass is at rest. You can see the center of mass is at rest. So R you can take this one, and for here you can take this one. So while R will be different for A and B, but since linear momentum of the center of mass is 0, so we can write ICM into omega. That means the moment of inertia about the center of mass, not about A or B. You have to understand this. This is not IA omega or IB omega. This one is ICM omega. Due to point A and B, this term will change. But since center of mass is at rest, so the final answer will be, both will be same. So the ratio will be 1. Means if the center of mass was moving in this question, then answer would have been different. Okay, question number 26.
So question number 26, simple Zener diode. Then you can see also here, breakdown voltage of the Zener, they given what, 3 volt, and it is connected in the reverse bias. We know that in the Zener diode, we are connecting in the reverse bias. Then here applied voltage is more than the breakdown voltage, means it will come to the breakdown region. It will come to the breakdown region, then current will flow. Okay. So applied is what, 5 volt, here drop is 3. So what will be the drop across the resistance 2 directly we can say. Okay. Then question number 27, exact same question, same data we given earlier also in the test. Here they are saying the 40 centimeter square and 20 centimeter square is the area of the cross section, and the pressure difference between P and Q, broader and pressure is more because velocity less, because horizontal flow it is, and that I said also that time. So then we can use directly delta P. Delta P is equal to half rho. Then we can say V2 square minus V1 square. Okay. Delta P given 15, that is equal to half. Density of water given 1000. V2 and V1, what is the relation? You will get A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. So 40 into V1 is equal to 20 into V2. Then you will get what? V2 is equal to 2V1. Okay. Now here you can replace V2 is equal to 2V1. So 2V1 is square, you will get what? 4V1 is square minus V1 square. That is a 3V1 square. Now maybe you remember also Okay, 5, then 5 2s are 10, then 10 and 1000, 10 upon 1000, what you will get? 10 to the power minus 2 is equal to V1 square. So what is the V1 we got? 10 to the power minus 1 or 1 by 10 meter per second. But option given in, they are asking in centimeter. So this we can convert in centimeter, that is 100 by 10 means 10 centimeter per second. Okay, but they are asking the rate of flow. Rate of flow is what? If you are finding V1, so you will write A1 V1. If you are finding V2, then you will write A2 V2. So A1 V1 is the rate of flow. So A1 V1, area 1, 40 into 10, what you will get? 400 centimeter cube, 400 centimeter cube per second. Okay. Then question number 29. Array of light with a wavelength lambda, okay, is on the 3 different photoelectric cells, namely 1, 2, 3. Threshold wavelength they given lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, and these cells are stopping potential they given V1, V2, V3. Okay. Now lambda they given relation. First you see lambda greater than lambda 1. When we know that threshold wavelength definition also. What is the threshold wavelength? That is a maximum wavelength of the radiation which can cause a photo emission, okay, electron emission. So here lambda means wavelength of the photon. Wavelength of the photon is more than the lambda 1, threshold wavelength of first. Means wavelength of the photon more means energy of the photon less. Energy of the photon less, it means it cannot eject. Then it means we can say what? Energy of photon is less than energy of the or work function of the first. Okay, it means no ejection will take place. Now here they are saying lambda 2 greater than lambda. It means lambda, or we can say lambda is less than lambda 2. Lambda less means energy of photon more, because lambda they given for photon. So energy, wavelength less, energy more. It means I can say energy of photon is more than work function of the metal 2. Okay. Now third they given lambda 3 is greater than lambda. Means lambda is very small. Lambda is wavelength of photon is very small in comparison to lambda 3. It means work energy of photon is very large in comparison to work function of 3. So energy of photon is very large in comparison to work function of 3. Okay. Now stopping potential they are asking. When energy of photon is more, work function is less, most of the energy, then kinetic energy will be very high. Kinetic energy will be high, then in that case stopping potential will be maximum. Then this case, and here no ejection take place, because energy of photon is less than work function. No ejection means stopping potential will be 0. So V1 is equal to 0 and V3 is greater than V2.
Question number 28. Okay, so they have given variable mu, and mu is mu naught minus alpha x. They are asking what is the work done by frictional force during the motion. Okay, so work done by frictional force, since friction will be here, variable force, so we have to do the integration here. So how to solve this? Simple, it will be minus, because friction will be opposing the motion here. So minus mu, which is mu naught minus alpha x into mg into dx, and perform the integration from 0 to L. But now they are in the answer, they don't want this alpha term, but they have said that mu at the x equal to L becomes 0. So if you put here mu L, so mu L will be mu naught minus alpha L equal to 0. So alpha we will get mu naught by L. So put it here. You'll get mu naught x minus alpha x square by 2. Put the limit from 0 to L into mg. So we'll get mu naught L by 2 minus sign, mu naught L by 2 into mg. So the answer should be minus half. But since minus sign is missing over here, so we have to ignore that, and we will mark the answer as half. Otherwise, the answer should have been minus half. There are little bit ambiguity in this question. 3-4 questions are there in physics where there is some ambiguity, but we have to ignore that. Okay? Another method which you can apply here, because since mu is a linear function of x, you can see here, mu is a linear function of x. That's why you can take mu average. And mu average will be, when you put x equal to 0, you will get mu naught. And they are saying at x equal to L, it is 0. then it will be mu naught by 2. Then work done by friction will be mu naught by 2 into mg into L with a minus sign. So answer will be minus half. We will ignore the minus sign. We will go with half. So you don't need to do the integration here also. Next. Question number 30.
In question number 30, they given the in the hydrogen atom velocity given what under root 25.6 into 10 to the power 5 meter per second. The radius of the orbit is this. Velocity given in the hydrogen atom, so we know the formula also. V velocity in the nth orbit in the hydrogen atom 2.18 into 10 to the power 6 into z by n. Z by n means you will write 1 by n because hydrogen atom given. That is equal to what? Root over 25.6 into 10 to the power 5. Somebody is thinking how to find the root. No, not required. What you will do? N is equal to what? 2.18 into 10 to the power 6 upon under root of 25.6 into 10 to the power 5. Now 10 to the power 5 and 10 to the power 6, 10 is remaining. 10 is remaining, then you will get what? 21.8 upon root 25. Root 25.6 means 25 root is what? 5. Slightly more than 5 and here's more than 20. So 5 4s are 20 means n value you will get integer. So then directly you can say what? N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. Then now radius formula everybody knows. R is equal to 0.529 n square. N square means 4. So 4 4s are 16. 16 into 0.529 n square by z. Z you will take 1 and angstrom, so 10 to the power minus 10. Okay. Now 16 5s are 80 means more than the 9 point something it will come. Approximate answer will be what? Then it is a 10 into 10 to the power minus 10 and then you will get what? 10 to the power minus 9. So what is the x value you will get? 1. Okay. Question number 32. That is a very simple question. They are asking the 1 mole of an ideal monodic gas undergoes the cyclic process shown in the figure. The total heat, I said what? In the cyclic process, total heat and work done will be same. Then directly you can calculate the work done and that will be equal to the heat supplied. Now work done, how you will calculate? Area of the cycle. Area of the cycle is what? Rectangle. Rectangle area is what? Length you can take. All SI unit given. So here 300 minus 100, 200 and 5 minus 2, 3. So 200. Area will be 200 into 3, that is equal to 600. Okay.
Okay. Question number 31. By banking of road, simple formula we have to apply. V equal to under root RG tan theta. V is given, radius is given, tan theta will be equal to 1 by 5. Next question. They are saying here okay, 2 particles are there which is starting from here in opposite direction. So A will be moving towards left, B is moving towards right. So this one is having momentum mv, this one is having momentum mv. So total linear momentum of the system as a function of theta. Now that means if I add the momentum, obviously vector addition, then the answer will be 0. So that means initially the graph should start from 0. If you check the options, which graph is starting from origin? Which graph is starting from origin? Only one option is there, which is starting from origin. Khatam, finish. Next. Aye, Manish sir.
Question number 34, if you remember, same question we given in the phase exam. Here they given what? Object distance is 30, this focal length is the 10, this focal length is the minus 10. They are asking the position of the image. Okay, so first we will consider the refraction from the convex lens. So what is the object distance? U is equal to minus 30, V we have to find. Focal length given what? Focal length is the 10. So 1 by V minus 1 by u means minus plus 1 upon 30, that is equal to 1 by 10. Now then you will take the what? 1 by v is equal to 1 by 10 minus 1 by 30. 30 you took LCM, then 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Then you will get what? V is equal to 15 centimeter. It means image position by the convex lens you got 15 centimeter. Okay. Now 15 centimeter means at the 3 centimeter there is a concave lens. It means it will not meet at that. It will appear to meet at 15. From the concave lens, it will appear to meet at 12 centimeter. And when converging beam of light fall on the concave lens, then we take the virtual object. What is the position of the virtual object for the concave lens? That is a 12. Why? Here it is going to meet at 15, and distance between these two lenses is what? 3. So it will appear to meet at 12. Okay. And virtual object, I said what? Object distance we will take positive. So u is equal to what? You will take 12 centimeter. V we have to find, and the focal length of the concave lens they given minus 10 centimeter. I think everybody remember now that question. So 1 by V minus 1 by u means minus 1 by 12 is equal to minus 1 by 10. Then 1 by v is equal to what? 1 by 12 minus 1 by 10. Then you will get what? 60 you can take LCM. So then you will get 12 5s are 5. And then here what you will get? 6. Then you will get v is equal to what? Minus 60 centimeter. Minus you are getting, so you can say left of the concave. Okay. So 60 centimeter left of the concave. Then question number 35 also we asked the two time in the face exam. Two planets P1 and P2 with equal mass have the radii R1 and R2 is equal to R1 by 2. Escape speed ratio we have to find. So escape speed we know that formula is what? V is equal to under root of 2gm by R. Now they given the with mass equal, masses are equal. Okay, then we can say is equal to what? Under root of R2 by R1. R2 by R1 what you will get? R2 by R1 is equal to, from this you can see that is a 2. R2 by R1 is equal to 2. Then you will get under root 2. So what is the ratio? Root 2 is to 1. Now question number 36. Here EM wave equation given. They are asking the permittivity they given what, or relative permittivity given what? 9. Okay. So here they have given the dielectric medium. So we have to take the relative permeability is what? 1. This type of question we have done also. So mu r you will take 1. Then you will get what? Refractive index is equal to under root of mu r into epsilon r. Then mu r you have taken 1, epsilon r 9 given. So refractive index you got 3. Okay. Now, then one thing, electric field is in the x direction and DOP is what? 1 is positive, 1 is negative, and Z given. So it means DOP is equal to what? K cap. DOP is K cap and electric field direction is what? Given X means I cap. Okay. Now magnetic field equation we will write what? E naught by C. In the place of C, now they given the refractive index is 3. So speed of light will come what? V is equal to C by mu. That will come what? 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay. Because it is not a vacuum. Now in the place of C we will take the V. So that is a printing error from the NTA side. Here they wanted to give the E naught, but they given what? B naught. That's why here maybe they can give the 2 answer, because by mistake here they given the B naught, but they not mention what is a B naught. So on that basis they can ignore the claim also. Okay. Otherwise it is, if they are taking the magnetic field, so dimensionally it is incorrect. Okay. So they have to give E naught by V. And magnetic field direction, how you will find? B is equal to DOP cross E. I said the cycle order. So DOP cross E means K cross I. So magnetic field direction you will get K cross I. K cross I is equal to what? J. That's why they given here Y. That all these things are correct, but here they given the B naught. That is incorrect. Okay. Next here, 2. The direction of propagation of the wave, that already I said it is a positive Z direction. The speed of the electromagnetic wave inside the medium 1 is 10 to the power 8. That already I said. Okay. Now, why this is wrong? Now, wavelength lambda is equal to what? Wavelength lambda is equal to V by F. V what we got? 10 to the power 8. Frequency is what? Omega is equal to 2 pi into 10 to the power 6. So omega is what? 2 pi F. That is equal to 2 pi into 10 to the power 6. Then frequency what we got? Frequency is equal to 10 to the power 6. Okay. Now frequency when you divide, so 10 to the power 6, so it will come what? 100. But what they given 300 meters, that's why it is incorrect. So maybe they will give first 4th answer, but after that they can correct also, and they can give both 1 and 4 are incorrect.
Okay, question number 37. In question number 37, they have asked average speed. Now, if you go with the definition of average speed, it is known as distance covered by time taken. That means time to we know, yeah, time is how much? From 0 to 6 seconds, so time we know it is 6. We have to find the distance. Now, here comes the main part. You know, motion in a straight line, hai, displacement and distance will be different only when the particle will take a U-turn. The direction should be changed. Hai. So particle will take a U-turn, but U-turn means velocity should be 0 because at the point of the U-turn, the velocity has to be 0. Hai. So let's check it. If you put the value of alpha, this is alpha is equal to 1. So S is given as t square minus 6t plus 5. Differentiate this to get the velocity, and I want to know it is 0 or not. Yes, it is 0. Where t equal to 3 seconds. We are finding from 0 to 6 seconds. That means that 3 seconds is lying in the time interval, where we are trying to calculate the distance. That means particle has taken the U-turn in the same time duration, right? That means distance is going to be different from displacement. Okay. Now, how to find the distance? Just find 3 important points. First of all, what was the location initial, means at t equal to 0. So if you put t equal to 0 here, you will get 5. Then where the U-turn was taken? U-turn was taken at 3. So if you put 3 here, you will get 3 square 9 minus 6 into 3 is 18 plus 5, which will be minus 4. And then last, which is 6. So if you put here 36 minus 36 plus 5 is equal to 5. Now arrange it on a number line. It started from 5, went to minus 4. Please understand. Started from 5, went to minus 4. How much traveled? 9 meters. And here it was at t equal to 3. After that, it has taken, first of all, it has gone left, then taken a U-turn, and finally again it is at same place. So 9 meter left side and then 9 meter right side. Total distance covered will be 18. So 18 by 6 if you do, you'll get 3 meters per second. Definitely a tough question, but one of the standard question we generally discuss in class. Question number 38.
Question number 38, directly graph is in the notes also. That I said also, JEE Main, they ask the same graph. Okay, in the test also, we have the same graph. We know that number of the alpha particle is scattered at an angle theta is inversely proportional to sine to the power 4 theta by 2. So graph will come the decreasing hyperbolic type graph, not hyperbolic, but hyperbola, but hyperbolic type graph will come. This graph is directly in the notes also. Okay. Then question number 39. For sound wave, if the number of the nodes for the fifth harmonic of an open-ended pipe. Open pipe means fifth harmonic. I said when you have to say the nodes, then first we have to find the overtone. That will be more easy. So fifth harmonic of the open means what? Fourth overtone. Fourth overtone of open. Okay. Then they are saying the how many nodes will be there. So fundamental of open, if you remember that I said that you have to keep in the mind 2 antinode, 1 node. So 4 overtone means 4 node, 4 antinode added in fundamental. Okay, so 4 node in added and 1 fundamental node middle. Then total number of nodes what you will get, that is the n we have to take, and we got what? 5 in the open pipe. Okay. Now they are saying, and that for the ninth harmonic of the same pipe with one end is closed. One end is closed means closed Orhan pipe. Closed Orhan pipe, ninth harmonic means which overtone? 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1 is equal to 9. Then number of overtone what you will get? 4. Fourth overtone means 4 node, 4 antinode added in fundamental. Fundamental of COP is what? Like this. Then 1 node, 1 antinode is there. So 1 node in fundamental, 4 node is added. Why? Fourth overtone. So then number of the node in the ninth harmonic of closed what you will get? 5. So what is the ratio? 1:1. Now this question is also in the notes directly. This I said J-main, they asked this simple question that I said that time also. Here they are asking if the temperature is increased by delta T, then what is the increase in volume? So delta V formula is what? V gamma delta theta. Now delta V, what you will take? 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Gamma we will take what? 3 alpha. Delta theta is what? Delta T. T 3 cancel out. Directly you will get the answer. And it is in the notes and test also we asked. Question number 43, they are saying one main scale, on the main scale division of the vernier calipers is equal to 1 millimeter and total number of division is 10. When both the jaws touch each other means that data given for the zero error, the vernier scale shift to the left of the zero of the main scale in such a way that fourth vernier division coincide with the division of the main scale. Vernier zero is the left of the main scale means which error? Negative zero error. Okay. If this vernier calipers measure the length of wire to be 1 centimeter, the actual length means without considering the end correction, that length is 1. Now they are saying what will be the actual length. So negative error, we are adding. Error we are added with the sign. So negative error is there, we will add with the sign. Here they given the wrong, no any option is there actual if you say, because negative error I said total number of division minus division coincide we will take. So answer has to be what? 1.06. 1. Because without considering the error it is a 1. Okay. They given the 4 division left means negative error. Negative error means total number of division minus 4. Then you will get the 6. 6 into LC you will take. Okay. But they not any option is not there more than 1. Only one option is there. That's why we have to go to the option 2. Okay. Then question number 44. Consider 3 media PQ and this question is little bit difficult. Here they are saying the PQR medium, PR and this is the Q. They have taken the object at the mid. Object at the mid means this distance is what? 5 by, this distance is 5 by 2. Okay. They are saying the apparent depth, but it is observed from this. Means here it is the air. Means object is in the air and the object is in the denser, observer is in the air. I said this case we have to remember fish case. So here apparent depth will be h by mu. What is the actual? 5 by 2. So h1 is what? 5 by 2 and mu. Mu of the denser medium what given? 1.25. 1.25 is what? 5 by 4. Then you can write 5 by 4. 5 cancel out 4 by 2. 4 by 2 what you got? 2. So in that case apparent depth what you got? 2. Now second they are saying that when it is observed from the R, medium R, then apparent depth is the h2. Then they are asking the difference of h1 minus h2. Now if it is observed from this, then here refractive index 1.5, here refractive index is 1.25. So NR is more, means observer is in denser and the object is in rarer, like a fish and bird case. Okay. I said in that case, apparent depth formula you have learned mu into h. But when they are not giving rarer medium is air, I said mu, you will take the mu denser upon 1 you will take as a mu rarer. So here you will write what? H2 you will say, denser medium is what? 1.5. So 1.5 into, here also it is a mid, so it is a 5 by 2. 5 by 2 and rarer medium is what? 1.25, that is a 5 by 4. Okay, 5 cancel out, then you will get what? Here 6 by 2, that is equal to 3. Now what is h1 minus h2 or h2 minus h1 you will get? That is equal to 1. Okay. Done.
Chalo bhai, let's see the remaining question. Yeah, coming to the question number 40. Question number 40, direct formula based. We know the self-inductance of the solenoid. There is no point of discussing it. Next. Question number 41. See, bhai, these two resistances will be in parallel, right? These two resistances will be in parallel. And here they are saying the resistance of the segment ABC is half. So if this resistance is half, here current will be double. So this resistance is R by 2. This is R, let's say. So here current is I. Then here current will be 2I. Total current becomes 3I. But that is given I naught. So I is I naught by 3. So this is I naught by 3. This one is 2I naught by 3, and this half will produce a magnetic field outward. This one will produce a magnetic field inward. They will be in opposite direction. So we can write, due to semicircle, the formula is mu naught I by 4R. We will take mu naught by 4R common, and then I1 minus I2, which is 2I naught by 3 minus I naught by 3, which becomes mu naught I naught by 12R. Mu naught I naught by 12R. Coming to the next question. The last question. Okay. So remember this point, whenever a charge is given inside the cavity, if there is no charge inside the cavity, there will be no field inside the cavity. If there is charge inside the cavity, there will be field inside the cavity. So that means this point A is inside, so it will be non-zero. So two options are there, 2 and 4. Now let's check. Due to this Q charge, minus Q will appear on the inner wall of the cavity. Minus Q. Okay? And then since conductor is neutral, then here uniformly distributed plus Q will again appear. Now field at any point will be given due to this plus Q, minus Q, and again plus Q. Okay? Now please understand, the point B and A is at same distance, point B and C is at same distance from the center. Now at any point B and C, the field of Q and minus Q will cancel out. Shell theorem, है ना? Q will produce KQ by something, minus Q will produce KQ by that something square, but in opposite direction. So outside point, field due to charge inside the cavity will be 0. This we call shielding, right? That means at outside point, only Q will produce field. Only Q will produce field. Now, Q will produce, though this is a hollow sphere, na bhai? So if this is a hollow sphere, then how much field? KQ by R square and KQ by R square. Since distance are same, so field has to be equal. So that's all from physics department.
So we'll hand over our mic to bio department. Before that, just 1 minute. Paper was tough. Right now you will feel that you will get seat or not. But actually in tough paper you will get more selection because cutoff will reduce. So those who have studied properly, I think cutoff will be around same as 2025 because chemistry paper was also tough, physics paper was tough. So cutoff will be around 490, 480. So don't worry about cutoff for that. Tomorrow we will have a separate meeting. Right now you can go through the questions where you have done mistake. For physics, selection marks is 50. If you are getting 15 physics from physics side, you are okay to cross the cutoff. So relax, enjoy one hard work you have done, one thing you have achieved that you have given your NEET exam. So relax, enjoy. Now we'll hand over to our botany department, entire bio department. Come on, Gosalites rock.
Come, you do it, है ना? So, as all department people are saying, dear children, and definitely, of course, parents, no need to be panic. Competitive exam is a relative exam. If paper is difficult, cutoff will go low. If it will easy, it will go high. So don't compare कि before re-NEET in the first time I got a very good marks, this time not coming. Nothing to worry. Cutoff will go low. Everyone is saying from whole country we are talking. Different part of country people we are communicating. So everywhere the same situation is there. If paper is tough, it is tough for all. So nothing to worry. Chill, cool, relax. Right? Now we are going to discuss it. Have a look. So we are going to take care about the very first question. The statement are there, two statement are there. These are the easy questions, open and shut you can say in the biology here. What are the first statement? First statement is chromosome are fully condensed at the end of prophase 1. It is correct. In NCERT dikinesis stage it is written chromosome get fully condensed. Correct statement. Meiosis 1 resemble mitosis. It is wrong. Who resemble mitosis? Meiosis 2. So first statement is correct, second statement is incorrect in the case of the question number 91 in this particular set. Now we are moving on the next question. Next question is zoology questions. Please, ma'am. Yeah, it is better I just open it out. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Hello, children. Good evening. So I think zoology you would have felt easy only, except two questions. One is from evolution and another one is from expiratory system topic, Henley's loop and all that. Like most appropriate key we had taken. Okay, so you just follow our key and we'll wait for the official key for the right option. Okay, so but I think whatever we had given is almost correct only. Fine, I'll start with question number 92. Wherever zoology questions come, team zoology will involve and discuss about it. Fine, yeah. So people are asking so much about categories and mark selection and all. Tomorrow definitely Narendra sir will conduct an analysis meeting. You will get a proper clarity about it. Okay. Okay, children. Question number 92. Which of the following is not characteristic of chordates? So you all know very well that chordata characteristic features is that presence of posternal part and presence of notochord and central nervous system, dorsal and hollow, all that, and pharyngeal gill slits are present. But here it is given that gill slits are absent. That's the reason we consider this is odd one out. So here option 1 is your answer for question number 92. Okay, this is your answer. Now, next question is botany. Sir will take it up.
I think better to keep in hand only. Yeah, I hope am I audible to you? Right. So 93 questions in this set. Phyllotaxy is the pattern of arrangement of one, say, open and shut case. Everyone probably did it correct. Arrangement of leaf is called phyllotaxy. Right. Now the next one is zoology. Please, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I'm just holding the mic. No.
No.
Yeah.
Hello. So question number 94. Which one of the following statements is incorrect? Sorry. Incorrect. Glucagon stimulates glycogenolysis is given. That's perfect. It's correct. And second statement says beta cells of pancreas secrete insulin. That is also correct. Alpha cells of pancreas secretes glucagon. It is actually alpha cells of pancreas secretes glucagon is given. This is also correct. Alpha cells of pancreas secretes insulin is given. This is wrong because what secretes insulin? Beta cells of pancreas secretes insulin. So that's why we had gone with odd one out. Here you have to mark incorrect one. Incorrect one is option 4. Okay, children? Yeah.
So now we are coming on question number 95. Interesting question. Right. So many times we told if more than one are correct, who are the more correct you have to think about. They are asking about plastid that stores xanthophyll. And they separately given what? Chromoplast. Got the idea? So chloroplast, definitely green color pigment is there, chlorophyll there, xanthophyll there, carotenoid is there, everything present in the chloroplast. But here, what are in the options? Chromoplast is also there in the option. So who is better option over the chloroplast? Chromoplast. So we will go with which one? Chromoplast for this question. Right? So 95, better answer is chromoplast. If chromoplast not there, we go for what? Chloroplast. Right? So next. 96, once again a botany questions. They are asking about the sexual reproduction in fungi. You better know fusion of protoplast between gamete is called plasmogamy. Fusion of nuclei is called karyogamy. And generation of haploid spore occur after meiosis. So here who is matching with this? Third options. Right? Now we are going to deal about the next one. Next one is also a botany question. Given the statement based questions are there. You better know about in gymnosperm, which kind of life cycle is there? In gymnosperm, diplontic life cycle is there. So what happened in diplontic life cycle? The gametophyte is a parasite or dependent on a sporophyte. So what happened in gymnosperm? The male and female gametophyte remain within the sporangia. Yeah, it is correct, right? So it is a correct statement. Second statement is in gymnosperm, seed are not covered. Naked seed plant, you also better know. So this is also a correct statement. So both the statements are correct. So what are the relevant options? We are going to just talk about it. Both the statements are correct. The next one is zoology question.
Simple question. Yeah. This is on frog, actually, question number 98. In water, frogs respire using, okay? In water, frogs respire using what? Skin, okay? So cutaneous respiration only occurs. The lungs, trachea, buccal cavity, it's not considered. This never be considered. Lungs, buccal cavity is considered only when they are on terrestrial habitat, okay?
So now we are coming on the 90, which one, just a minute. 99 question, definitely a factual question. Mad cow disease is caused by prions. Everybody, I hope, know about it. So 99 done. Now we are going to talk about the question number 100. Hundred is a question of photosynthesis. Which of the following statement are statement regarding photorespiration are correct? I hope sequence has changed here. Regarding photorespiration are correct. Photorespiration, they are asking, do not occur in C3 plant. It is a wrong statement. Photorespiration occur in C3 plant, right? CO2 is consumed and O2 is generated. It is also wrong. During photorespiration, CO2 fixation not occur. Phosphoglycolate is formed. It is a correct statement. You know, 1 3 carbon PGA and then 1 2 carbon phosphoglycolate is forming. And it is also NCERT line. No synthesis of ATP and NADPH occur. It is also a correct statement. So C and D is a correct statement in this particular question. Now we are moving next. Next one is also a botany questions. Have a look. Select the correct sequence of experiment that leads to gradual understanding of photosynthesis in green plant. Interesting questions. They are asking about the history of the photosynthesis. So first it came on which one? Priestley experiment. Just let me move further. Wait a minute. So they are talking about, if we talk about first the experiment performed by which one? Priestley, and what we know from that particular experiment, role of air is essential for growth of the plant. Second experiment, release of oxygen from Jan Ingenhousz experiment. Third experiment is what? J.V. Sachs experiment, glucose synthesis, and then a spectrum from which one? Engelmann experiment. So these are about the chronology of the discovery. So based on that, this is the fourth is the correct answers. Now the next is also a, I think it is the same one. Okay, botany only. 102. How many turns of Kelvin cycle are required for formation of 3 molecules of glucose? For 1 molecule of glucose, how many Kelvin cycle required? 6 cycle. For 1 glucose. So for 3 glucose, 6 into 3 equal to 18 cycle. Got it? Right? So now we are moving on the next question. Next question is also a botany question. Mitochondrial inner membrane enclosed. Easy question. You better know about this is the mitochondria. It is inner membrane. It is outer membrane, this is inner membrane, this is enclosing which part? Matrix. So matrix is the correct answer, right? Now we are moving next. Probably next is a zoology questions. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, question number 104 from Body Fluids and Circulation chapter. It's asked here, which of the following statements is incorrect? So statement 1 is about fibrin is produced from fibrinogen. Okay, fibrin is produced from fibrinogen. This is correct because fibrinogen is in active form and it is converted into fibrin by thrombin. That is right statement. Then next, fibrinogen is produced from fibrin. So from active form, inactive form is produced. It's in, that's wrong, right? So fibrinogen actually produced by liver. So this is wrong. Okay, and blood coagulates in response to an injury. That is right. Blood clot consists of fibrins. That is also correct. Okay, so our answer here it is option 2. Okay, so next one is again from botany. Sir will explain.
Thank you, ma'am. So next question is 105, open and shut case. Sphenopsida class belongs to, NCERT wrote about all the 4 classes of Pteridophyta. Out of that, one is what? Sphenopsida, Pteropsida, Lycopsida. I hope you are able to recall. So it's over. Now we are going to talk about question number 106. This is a match of the following question. You better know about it. A spherical is what? Coccus. Rod shape is bacillus. Comma shape is vibrio. A spiral shape is a spirillum. Who is matching? Second option is matching. It's over, right? So from next question onward, Ajay sir will come. Please, sir. Just please continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Let us continue from question number 107. Come on. 107. Which of the following are characteristics of prokaryotic cell? So prokaryotic cell have 70S ribosome, subunits are 30S and 50S. So this is a correct statement. Then yes, prokaryotes, many prokaryotes have an extra chromosomal DNA or extra nuclear DNA, which close circular DNA, which is called as the plasmid. So this is also correct. Yes, in many bacteria, the cell membrane is infolded into many multilamellate structure to increase the surface area and many other functions also. This is called as mesosome and found exclusively in prokaryotes. Yes, they have peroxisome. No, peroxisome are single membrane bound organelles found in plant and animal cell but not in the prokaryotes. So answer will be A, B and C. Fine. 108 is again a botany question. Let us see. Very simple, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. You know, smooth endoplasmic reticulum is the site of lipids and steroidal hormones. So nothing to discuss here. It is a major site for the synthesis of lipids. Fine. And next, here ma'am will continue. Come on, ma'am.
Hello. So question number 109. So statement 1 says that, wait, I'll focus the statement. Statement 1 says that the class name reptilia refers to creeping or crawling mode of locomotion. That's the meaning of reptilia. So that is right statement. Statement 2 says that all organisms belonging to reptilia have 3-chambered heart. So all they had given, because crocodilian group is an exception which has 4-chambered heart. So because of this particular thing, this statement goes wrong. Okay, so majority of the reptilia have 3-chambered heart. That has to be right. So here all is given, so we consider this statement incorrect. So with this, statement 1 correct, statement 2 incorrect. So our option here it is 1 correct. So 109 you have to consider option 1. Next. Next question 110. In frogs, the number of pairs of cranial nerves arising from the brain are 10 pairs. So it is a simple question, 10 pairs you have to consider. So here option 1 is your answer. Next botany question, Ajay sir will take it up.
Yeah, 111, you see 111, very simple question. The cell theory was formulated by Sheldon and Swan, okay? Sheldon and Swan formulated, and they said all living beings are made up of cells and their products. Yes, if they ask who proposed the modified cell theory or the modernized cell theory, then it will be Rudolf Virchow, because Rudolf Virchow added one more point, that the new cells arise from pre-existing cell, which is not given here. So simple, who formulated, so it will be Sheldon and Swan, fine. 112, again a zoology question.
Yeah. Question number 112. Which of the following statements related to pituitary gland are correct? Okay, you need to identify correct statements here. So consider, see, A statement says that it is divided anatomically into adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. This is right. Then next one, it secretes follicular stimulating hormone. This is also correct. Then it secretes melanocyte stimulating hormone. So middle lobe secretes MSH. That is also considered correct only. Then D statement says that it doesn't produce prolactin, it seems. This is wrong, because adenohypophysis produces prolactin. So with this, A, B, C are correct and D is incorrect. So which option we can choose here? Option 4. Okay. Next we'll move on to question number 113. That is from botany.
Again, a very simple question. Which of the following is not a prokaryote? You know, fungi are multicellular heterotrophic eukaryotes, while mycoplasma are wall-less bacteria, prokaryotes. Bacteria are bacteria, and blue-green algae are also called as cyanobacteria, all are prokaryotes. So fungi are eukaryotes, multicellular, walled, heterotrophic. Okay. 113. 114, yes. Length of the stem at time 0 is 20 centimeters. So 20 centimeters is the base length. Plus, let us see, the arithmetic growth rate is 30 centimeter per day. So what is the length at the 7th day? So 30 into 7. So this will be 20 plus 210. So this will be 230. Direct answer 230. Fine. Because every day it is increasing by 30 centimeters. So in 7 days, 210. And initial height was already 20. So 230. Fine. Okay. 115 again a zoology question. Please. First hold this. Otherwise we are getting confused.
Yeah, question number 115. Which of the following is not a part of human central nervous system? Okay, so here pia mater, arachnoid mater, dura mater, all these three are the three meninges, okay, membranes covering the brain. So what is odd one out here? It is pericardium, that's present around heart but not related to central nervous system. So here your answer is 1 for 115. Your answer is option 2. Okay, next question from botany. Sir will take it up. Next.
Thank you. Okay. Now, please see. Which of the following plant growth regulators promote internode elongation prior to flowering in cabbage? You know, plants like cabbage, they remain short, very short in their vegetative phase, called as the rosette plant. And in this rosette plant, just before flowering, gibberellin production increases, due to which there is a rapid internode elongation, and the phenomena is called as bolting. Okay, so due to bolting, it elongates, and bolting is caused due to excessive production of gibberellin just before flowering. So answer will be gibberellin. Fine. Okay, and this phenomena is called as bolting, as I told you. Next, 117. So marginal placentation, you know, marginal is found in pea. Then exile placentation, tomato, very, very common. Then parietal placentation is found in mustard and argemone. Okay, and if you remember, a false septum is also formed later on. And free central placentation is found in primrose. So answer will be 4, 2, 1, 3. 4, 2, 1, and 3. Fine. 117, 118. Please see. Again, a very, very direct question. Simple. Which of the following plant growth regulator is used as a herbicide? So 2,4-D is a type of 2-chlorophenoxyacetic acid is called. It is a type of auxin, and it kills the dicot plants. It has no effect on monoclone plants, but it kills the young dicot plants. As a result, we can use it for making weed-free lawns. So answer will be 2,4-D. Ma'am, please.
Question number 119. Given below are two statements. So statement 1 says that when any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves, it is called as radial symmetry. This is perfectly correct. Okay. So statement 2 says that in phylum Echinodermata, both adults and larvae are radially symmetrical is given. This is wrong. Why? Because larval forms have bilateral symmetry. Adult forms are only having pentaradial symmetry. Radial symmetry is there only in adults. Here it is given both. So that's why we consider the statement incorrect. So with this, statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. With this, here you have to opt first one. 119 is over. Next 120. Yeah, your question.
Thank you. 120 is again a matching question. So you see in plants, food is stored in the form of starch, and you know food is the source of energy. So energy storage. So this will be starch second. Then antibodies, they help to fight against infections. So this is 1. Concanavaline A is a lectins. Okay. So this is 4. And GLUT4, you know, this question has been asked n number of times for glucose transportation. So GLUT4, glucose transportation. This is a very favorite question of the NTA. So it will be 2, 1, 4, 3. 2, 1, 4, and 3. Option number 4. Fine. 121 again was all.
Question number 121. The number of vertebrae in a human is, okay. So total number of vertebrae including cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacrum, coccygeal. So it's like total 26, okay. And here other options are not at all connected. This is total number of bones present in the body, 206. And this is only about cervical vertebra. This is about thoracic vertebra. We no need to consider. So total number of vertebrae present in vertebral column, here it is 26. Option 1 is right. So next question again, botany.
Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Aji, arrange the following taxonomic categories in ascending order. Actually, here 1G is missing. G is acha, 1. Okay. 1 minute. 122 abhi baki na. Achhi. Sorry. Okay. Which pigment has absorption peak of 700? You know always whether it is a reaction center of PS1 or reaction center of PS2. It is always chlorophyll A. So P700 is the reaction center of the PS1 and it is a chlorophyll A. Fine. Okay. Next. Here there is a small typing problem. Here G is missing. G is species. So we will start from ascending order. So we will have to start from G. So from G we have to, okay, above genus there will be species, there will be genus. So after GA, so we have only one option, GA. Okay, so you can see species, genus, then family, order, class, phylum, and kingdom. One small mistake from the paper setter also. Phylum is not in plants, phylum is in animals. They should have given division, but no problem, they have given it, so we'll have to follow it. Fine. Okay. Yes. 124. Let us see. Haji. Family. Now, you know, in plants, always suffix for family is ACE. So it will be 3. Genus Mangifera is the genus for mango. Fine. Class. Dicotyledon and monocotyledon are called as classes. So class will be second. Phylum. Again, angiosperms. That is why I said it should have been division, but we can't help it. Okay. Order is Sapindales 1. Okay. This is the order of mango. So 3, 5, 2, 4, 1. 3, 5, 2, 4, and 1. Fine. Here on it should have been actually division, but no problem because they are at the same level of the category. So from my side, botany portion is over. To continue, next, dear Suman sir will come. Okay. Suman sir, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ajay sir. See, here, arrange the following elements descending order, decreasing order in their contribution in the human body. We know that the major elements, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen. Over there, Oxygen is the most abundant. Let us pick that much only I know. For example, let us think this much only content I know. Oxygen is the most abundant. Based on that, let us pick the answer or not. See, there is no any other option which goes apart from that. So first should come A. Only A. Pick it out. Next one. There is a question. Sell the unit of life. Let us check that. Cristae, cisternae, cristae, infoldings of mitochondria, cisternae, disc-shaped sacs which are arranged in stockpiles in case of Golgi apparatus, thylakoids, flat sacs in the stroma of the chloroplast, 1, and phospholipids which obviously they are present in cell membrane, 2, 4, 1, 3. Wherever the answer is there, 2, 4, 1, 3, you have to pick that answer. 2, 4, 1, 3. Okay, the option is first one. NTR very clearly taking care that you should not pick any wrong answer. They are indirectly showing all the right answers to you. See that? If I know this one, I have 2 options. After that, I know this one, I don't have another option. Definitely, I have to pick first option. That's over. Let us continue, madam. Next question is belongs to you.
Yes, sir. Question number 127. The number of action potentials generated by sinoatrial node in a healthy human per minute is, okay? So you all know very well it's a pacemaker and maximum number of action potentials are produced. The number around 70 to 75. So, okay, so option 4 is right. These are not considered, so no need to explain about it. So our answer here it is option 4. With this, my discussion is over. So next zoology part, Anurag sir will take it up.
Okay, then another botany question is there. See there, symbiotic association between fungi and algae. This is the fundamental thing. I think no student would wrongly answer this question. Check it there. Mycorrhiza, roots and fungi. Chrysophytes, no related. Sponges, no related. Answer, lichens. The next one. Okay. They are saying how many molecules of pyruvic acid are produced at the end of glycolysis. The fundamental thing, one glycolysis leads to 2 molecules of pyruvate. Overall, they are giving 206 molecules of glucose they want to identify. Then answer should be 4112. Okay, this question belongs to zoology part. Let us, sir, please.
Good evening, students. We'll continue from here. This is question number 130. Which of the following represents the correct sequence of the arrangement of bones in the lower limb of human beings? Femur, patella, tibia, tarsus, metatarsals, phalanges. Okay, so we can see which one is following that. The femur followed by patella, then tibia, tarsal is not there. We can go, there is no fibula, we can go with tarsal here, and therefore that's the only option we are getting. In these options, we are getting tarsal after femur, not possible. And then this one is we are getting tibia, not possible. And here patella beginning, so obviously it's not the correct answer. The correct sequence you all know. Now 131 is a botany question. And from here, I think few botany questions. I'll request her to continue the botany question, please.
Thank you.
Right.
Hello. See this? Here, genus represents the fundamental question. A group of closely related species is known as genus. Next one, correct sequence of adult cells. Here, many students have maybe identified something. What is the meaning of adult cell cycle phases? Remember, if a cell that started to divide, that cell is called adult cell. In the cell content, for example, there is a daughter cell has come. The daughter cell immediately would not be able to participate in division unless it has come some sort of maturation. Those matured cells are known as adult cells. So obviously cell cycle sequences G1, S, G2M. If there is any other confusion will arise, you may be arising confusion with this one, but M phase will never come, so that Answer should be 1. Next one, endomembrane system includes. This is the most fundamental thing we can answer easily. Endomembrane system, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes and vacuole. Okay. Answer should be third one. Photorespiration reaction. This year, they might be very interested about photorespiration. There were 2 questions are identified in the paper. Photorespiration reaction catalyzed by Rubisco is shown below. RUBP, oxygen, 3-phosphoglycerate plus 3-phosphate, this is 3-carbon compound. And next one, 2-phosphoglycolate. Glycolate should be 2-carbon compound because RUBP is the 5-carbon compound. There is no another option to have. So let us go to the next question. And the another question, which are the characteristics Solanaceae family? Okay, which of the following are characteristic feature of Solanaceae family? Look at that. Solanaceae family, first of all, dicot family. The earlier exam also there was a question based on Solanaceae. There was floral formula was given. Now floral information they provided. Remember, they are very clearly saying that there are no questions should be asked among the families which are not mentioned in NCERT textbook. Whatever the family they have given in new NCERT textbook, that family only they are focusing. In the earlier exam, they have given floral formula. Now they have given the floral data. Okay. See, flowers are bisexual and actylomorphic, correct? Calyx 5, of course 5. Pentamerous flowers united. That's Gamosepalus. Androecium has 5. That's a epipetal. This is also characteristic feature of the family Solanaceae. Ovary is inferior? Of course not. Whatever the families that mostly present, they have superior ovaries, but they are saying here inferior ovary. That's wrong. So answer should be the third one. Let us check the next one. Subham. Okay, sir, carry on.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Just one second. Thank you, sir. And the other question, next question is about the sperm motility. We know that the tail of sperm is a moving flagellum, and that's the only animal cell with a flagellum. So very clear answer here. There is no doubt about it. Amoeboid, muscular, ciliary, they are not the answer. Flagellar movement is the correct answer. Okay. So answer is 3. 136. Answer is 3. Now this is a assertion and reasoning question, and about the Abingdon tortoise and Galapagos Islands. We know that it is an example of competitive exclusion. One is competitively superior, other one is inferior. So who is superior? Goats. In terms of grazing, they are more superior grazers than the tortoise. Obviously, tortoise cannot get the food, and therefore it leads to the extinction of one of the species called Abingdon tortoise from the Galapagos Island. So the reason they have given, they say that goats were more efficient at browsing than Abingdon tortoise is the absolutely correct answer. That's the only answer about the competitive exclusion. One is superior, one is inferior. So here both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A given in option number 3, and that's the correct answer. I hope it is clear to everyone. Next one is, okay, so this one is, 138 about the matching, match the columns. Here it is about the symbols like who is benefited, who is harmed. So here starting with both are harmed. Now both are harmed in competition, both are harmed. So here we can go A with the third one, and I'll put the, I'll take the marker, so I'll mark them, okay. Just 1 second. Yeah. So both species are harmed in competition. One species is harmed and the other one is benefited. This is in predation, parasitism. Only one is given predation. We can go with this one with predation. So this one is both harmed in competition, and one is harmed and one is benefited in predation. Now properly. This one goes with this one, and this one goes with this one. Both are benefited in mutualism, and one benefited and other one is one benefited, other one is not affected. It is in commensalism. So here the option goes are 3, 1, and then we have the 2 and then 4. 3, 1, 2 and 4 is the correct answer. Okay, so question number 138. Option 2 is the correct answer. Simple only, very simple, not a doubt here about. Okay, now which of the following structure is not a part of the male reproductive system? Now, infundibulum is a part of fallopian tube. Obviously, it is not a part of the male, so obviously, correct answer is infundibulum. This is a botany question. Question number 140, botany question. Third will come. I'll be back very soon. Yeah. Third piece.
Yes. Okay. Another question. Question number 140. Which of the following plant produces albuminous seeds? Albuminous means non-albuminous seeds. Albuminous seeds are characteristic to monocots. Non-albuminous seeds are characteristic to dicots. Over there, you can see only one dicot is there. Pea plant. Next one. Let us check. Which of the following statement about lacoperon? See, in the last exam, they have forgotten about lacoperon. Now this exam, they recalled it. Which of the following? Lacoperon. Remember, when you talk about lacoperon, there is promoter, Z, Y, A genes. They have their own promoter. Another promoter, I gene. This part is the main lacoperon part, and this part is the regulator of lacoperon. Over there, altogether, if we check, genes I, this is ZYA, have single common promoter. They are talking about correct. This is not 2, this is Z. Okay. Genes I, Z, Y, and A share single common promoter. Wrong. I has separate promoter. It's a regulatory gene. Galactose can act as an inducer in lacoperon. Be careful. Whenever you talk about glucose and galactose, these two never act as inducers because they are negative regulators. They are going to regulate negatively. Okay. So galactose can act as, obviously wrong. Gene Ig is constitutively expressing gene. What do you mean by constitutively? Whenever there is a presence or absence of lactose, if a gene is continuously expressing, that gene is known as constitutively expressing gene. Lacoperon genes ZYA are regulated genes. In order to regulate them, we have another gene, I gene. I gene never be regulated by anyone. It has its own kind of constitutively expressing mechanism. The constitutive expression belongs to I gene. Lactose activate repressor. Obviously wrong. Lactose will never activate repressor. Lactose is going to inactivate repressor, or it will represses the repressor. Then ultimately there is a controlling of lacoperon expression. Okay, obviously answer should be third one. The another question, morphine, that belongs to zoology part.
Thank you, sir. I think now some bunch of questions are zoology.
Yes, sir.
You. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. So, children, question number 142. Which of the following is used as a sedative and a painkiller? And we have answered like morphine. Morphine is a clear-cut answer obtained from Papaver somniferum. It is an opioid and it is the very strong painkiller, even given after surgery, after accidents, morphine is given, right? And other drugs, obviously, interferons are released by the virus-infected cells. And we do use them, but for cancers. Antibiotics, antibiotics. And ARDs, that's for AIDS and not for pain relief and a sedative and a painkiller. Okay, children. So now next question is about which of the following 143 now we are discussing. 142 answer is 1, okay. 143 and following is a correct order of arrangement of vertebral column. Bones in the vertebral column. So the segments are cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, coccygeal. So we have one matching one. Let me check here. Cervical vertebra. This is correct. And it says lumbar. No, obviously it doesn't. So cervical followed by thoracic, followed by lumbar, followed by sacrum. And then we have coccygeal, that tailbone. That is not there, so that we have the answer of option 2, 143, answer is 2. Muscle contraction, 144, muscle contraction is initiated by a signal sent by the CNS by the release of, now the motor neurons, they release acetylcholine at their axon terminal, and that acetylcholine binds to the receptors and on the muscle membrane, the sarcolemma, and that depolarizes the muscle membrane for contraction. Well, other, like for example, CGMP, cyclic GMP, cyclic AMP, acetyl coenzyme A, they are nowhere near to the correct answer. So very clear cut, we have acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter, a very common neurotransmitter in our body. Next one, again, assertion reasoning question, and assertion given, I'm directly reading the assertion. Forelimb of human and bat are homologous. Yes, both are mammals and the forelimbs are homologous. All mammals, forelimbs are homologous. All mammals, their hind limbs are homologous. Hind limb to hind limb, I'm saying. And why it is homologous? Because the bones, the pattern of bones is same. And they are in the forelimb, humerus, radius, ulna, carpal, metacarpal, phalanges. Okay. So let me check. This is assertion is absolutely correct. Reason what they say, forelimb of humans and bats have similar anatomical structure, and that's what is the real reason why they are homologous. Similar anatomical structure in terms of the bony pattern. So here A and R both are correct, and R is the correct explanation, which is given in option number 3, and therefore it's the correct answer. Okay, children? Okay, now 146. Two statements are given about the Down syndrome. Down syndrome is trisomy 21, one extra chromosome in person, okay? Down syndrome is caused by the absence. No, it is addition. It is a trisomy. Question number, statement 2, Turner syndrome is caused by the presence of an additional copy. No, again, Turner syndrome is an example of monosomy. X0, single X chromosome. A female has only one X chromosome. So obviously, both the statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. Let me see which option says incorrect option. Both 1 and 2 are incorrect. And here already marked, both statement 1 and statement 2 are wrong. They're incorrect. 147. And when I read this question, I have to read it 2 times to understand and to find out the correct answer. Okay. Now, this is about the countercurrent system, about the concentration of the urine, and the statements are given. So by this time it is all right. The statement A, it says the descending limb of Henle's loop is permeable to water, but almost impermeable to electrolytes. Absolutely correct. So statement A is absolutely correct without any confusion, without any doubt. Then B option says urine gets concentrated in the Henle's loop. Now this is a little dicey because yes, Henle's loop is meant for making the concentration gradient in the medulla for the concentration of urine ultimately. But many NEET authors, they write this, that the urine become concentrated in the Henle's loop. Maybe that might be the thought in this option. Then it says reabsorption of sodium in water takes place in Henle's loop. Now, in the ascending limb, reabsorption of sodium occurs. That is okay. In the descending limb, reabsorption of water occurs. So, in a way, partly the statement can be justified. But we have to see the fourth option, and then we will decide what's the correct answer. Active or passive, fourth option, I mean D option, active or passive transport of electrolytes occurs in the ascending limb of Henle's loop. And that is absolutely correct. And this A and D are NCERT ditto lines. You agree with me? Now, we have to see which option has A and D, both statements, because we know we cannot negate that. Legally, both are correct. And well, I have also checked that, and option number 2 says A and D. No other option, option 1 has A, option 3 has A, and option 4 has D. Now you must be saying, sir, why B you have accepted? Partly we can accept B, which says that urine gets concentrated in the Henle's loop, because after all, when the urine goes down in the descending limb, water reabsorption occurs. So at the tip of the Henle's loop, it is 1200 milliosmoles per liter, which is quite concentrated. Some NEET authors mention like that. Option number 4, it says that option number, C, reabsorption of Na and water. Now, Na and water in one option, if it is given separately, ki descending limb reabsorption, ascending limb NaCl, descending limb reabsorption of water, ascending limb to salt, makes sense. In one statement is dicey. If you remember, maximum reabsorption of sodium and water occurs in the PCT. In fact, NCERT also writes this thing that the reabsorption in this segment is the minimal, and it has a different perspective of making the medulla, more concentrated, or that osmolarity in the medulla. Considering that the best option which has A and D both in the answer, and that is option number 2, where A and D both are there. So somehow we have to manage it, and there is no other answer possible by any means, and that's the only answer possible. Let's see what NTA finally accept that, because there is no other answer which can be possible. So here is my quota of questions. Next is, we have Dr. Siddharth, who will take the next quota of the questions. Sir, please come. And I think next one to this is a botany question. 148 is a botany question. So then, yeah, Suman sir will continue after this. Yeah, please, sir.
Okay, sir. Hello, students. Once again, see, there is 148 question. If the diploid number of the chromosome in a typical angiosperm is 36, typical angiosperm, that should be, okay? They said here typical angiosperm. In that typical angiosperms means you have to take dicots. That is typical angiosperm. Be careful. Monocots, dicots, both are typical angiosperm you take. Over there, 36 is 2n number. That becomes n number is 18. So 3n number equal to 54. That would be the answer. Most commonly asking question. That's about my part. Raman sir will take over the next. Okay? Thank you.
Raman sir, Siddharth sir.
Yeah, hello guys. Good evening all. Let us see the question number 149. Okay. So question number 149 again from biodiversity chapter. They are asking, arrange the following in descending order. Okay. So from the highest to lowest, we have to mark. Many students have did some simple error on this. We have to mark from the highest to lowest, descending order. Some students have by mistakenly marked the ascending order. So what is the descending order? First is invertebrates. Okay. Invertebrates 1 lakh and above are invertebrates. After that, we have around 40,000 plants. So after invertebrates being highest, we have plants. After plants, we have the fishes. So D greater than A, greater than C. And after fishes, we are having the birds. Okay, roughly 1,300 birds are there. That is mentioned in NCERT. And then we have mammals. Mammals and amphibians, roughly the same number is given. The least number is for the reptiles, 378, but that is not asked. We have to answer as per the order asked. So that is option number 4. That is the correct answer. Okay. After this question, then we are going to have the next question. That is question number 150. Okay. Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium question. So there is a population of a diploid organism which is in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. They are in genetic equilibrium. They have mentioned if the frequency of allele A. So they have mentioned here the frequency of allele A is 0.1, means this is the value of P. P denotes the frequency of the dominant allele. And they are asking what is the frequency of capital A, that is your homozygous dominant individual, that is P square. So basically you have to square the value 0.1 square, that will be 0.01. Very easy question. So just we have to square the value of the dominant allele frequency. Moving ahead, next question. Okay, from body fluids and circulation, the opening between the right atrium and right ventricle is guarded by what? The tricuspid valve. Okay, bicuspid on the left side, semilunar in the aorta and the pulmonary artery. Next question will be taken forward by Raman sir. So Raman sir will be taking the botany question here.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So now the question is in 152, which of the following enzymes synthesize precursor mRNA? Like how the mRNA, like mRNA is coming from H and RNA. So in this options, they have given few of like RNA polymerase 3. Next one is a DNA polymerase and next one is a RNA polymerase 1. So RNA polymerase 1 will synthesize what? It's a rRNA. Next one is a DNA polymerase synthesize what? It simply synthesizes DNA, while in this case we can say RNA polymerase will synthesize what? That is a tRNA. So only one option is left, that is RNA polymerase 2 will synthesize H and RNA, that is gonna be the mRNA. Okay. So after that, the next question, we'll move to the next question. It's a certain reason type of questions. In this case, it comes from the DNA, that is a biotechnology. In this biotechnology here, it's a given what to do in recombinant DNA technology. So firstly, you have to extract the DNA from that particular organism, either it's a bacteria, plant, or whatever it is. So here it's a technology. Lysozyme is used for what? Disrupting the bacterial cells. So firstly, you have to break it, then only the DNA will come. For the plant cells, we have to use the cellulose. Okay. Now, as reason here, they are asking like whether this reason is properly explaining your assertion, or we can say question. Let's see. So, isolation of what? Genetic materials need disruption of cells. And in the assertion also, they were talking about how the disruption takes place. So, disruption takes place by what? That is this lysozyme, and next one is a cellulase for the cellulosic plant cell wall. So obviously this is the correct answer. So both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is also well explained by. Now the next one, again it will come to the Siddharth sir.
Yeah, okay, students, let's move to the next question. Question number 154. 154, what is the question asking here? Which of the following hormone is not secreted by the human placenta? Progesterone secreted, yes. HCG, yes. In fact, HCG, it actually mimics the role of LH. It mimics the role of LH, and we know that LH is coming from the anterior pituitary. It is not being secreted by human placenta. Estrogen is also secreted, so our answer will be luteinizing hormone that is not being secreted from the human placenta. Next question. Next question is colostrum. Colostrum secreted by the mother milk during the initial days of lactation is having abundance of what? So they are asking which antibody is abundant. Again, clear, straightforward NCERT line question. IgA antibody is the highest. Other antibodies are also present, but they are asking the abundant antibody in the colostrum. That will be IgA. Next question, 156. Okay, that is from organism and population. Again, a numerical question. So after Hardy-Weinberg, we are having a second numerical question. That is on the population numerical. Let's see this. Consider a population where the population is at 10 million. The per capita birth rate is given as 0.002, and the death rate is around again same 0.002. So death rate and birth rate is same. They are asking the expected number of cells. They are asking how many cells will be there after 10 generations. So very simple formula we have to apply. That is the exponential growth curve, dn by dt. That is change in population density upon the changed time period, or with respect to that time period. That is Rn, where R value, where R is written as B minus D. So we know that R, the natural intrinsic rate of natural increase, can be written as B minus D. So here we know that R, birth rate is also the same, 0.002. Death rate is also the same, 0.002. The R value is coming as 0. So dN by dt, the change in population over the time period t, that will be 0n. So there is no change in the population density. So whatever population was there initially, it will remain the same because birth rate is equal to death rate. Your intrinsic rate is becoming 0. So population will remain the same. So your value will come as 10 million. Next question, I think 157, again a botany question. So Raman sir will take this forward.
So hello, this question is talking about plasmids. Already we know that plasmids are what? Autonomously. Autonomously means what? It's a self-driving. No one else is required in this process. So it's a self-driving replicating DNA. So obviously it's a true. Next one is the plasmids are extra chromosomal DNA. Bacteria is having one main chromosomes, and other than that, one more is there. That's why we can call it the extra chromosomal DNA. So according to that, like both the statements are correct. After that, we'll move to the next. So next is there's like a polymerase chain reactions are there. So in this like you know all the steps, like firstly we have to denature, thereafter it's annealing, thereafter it's extension. So these are the steps they have talked. Here it's during PCR, primers bind in which state, like in DNA strands. So it's a direct answer, so we don't need to go in deep. So annealing is the steps where the PCR, where the primer will bind to the DNA. After that, if you are moving to the next question. So next question is match the column, where again it comes from the biotechnology chapter. So here it's a transformation. We all know that when the bacteria will take something from outside, that is as a DNA, so bacteria will change, or we can say transform itself. So in this case, we'll find like where the bacteria is changing, so transfer DNA into the host bacteria. So this is most appropriate A for this. Next one is the cloning site. So in the cloning site, what you have to put the gene of interest in what? Plasmid, into the plasmid. So for that, what should be the option, or we can say appropriate option? So restriction enzyme is required to cut at the specific site so that the gene of interest can be easily inserted in that. So here we can say it's a first option. Next one is the selection. So we need to select whether it's a transformed, or we can say it's a non-transformed. So for that, like we'll go for the selection like antibiotic method. So already we have seen ampicillin and tetracycline, that are the two antibiotics we are using for this purpose. Next one is origin of replications. Like from here the DNA replication will start. So in this case selection, that is it's a fourth option, and that is this D is nothing but the third option. So what's the most appropriate? That is the third option is most appropriate. After that, now we'll move to the next. So now it's a zoology question, so Swati ma'am will take care.
Okay guys, so let's see the next question, 160th question, evolution question. Adaptive radiation in placental mammal and Australian marsupials leading to similarity between distant species is an example of. So see, in Australia, there is two adaptive radiation seen simultaneously, parallelly. Your placental mammals are also evolving and the marsupials are also evolving. So both are parallelly evolving and converging to a common habitat. So structures are different. One is marsupial, one is placental, but both the species are converging to similar habitats. So there is a conversion. So whenever there is more than two adaptive radiation occurring in a single geographical habitat, the opposite animals are converging. So they are showing convergent evolution. Answer is 4. Next question, human reproduction question. The covering of ovum at ovulation. So NCERT uses both the words ovum, secondary oocyte.
And just after the ovum covering, ovum is your having the plasma membrane covering. After that, you are having the zona pellucida. Okay, the non-sticky glycoprotein layer that is secreted by the oocyte itself only. So it is the zona pellucida. That is the correct answer. Next question, moving ahead, 162. Okay, coming from the ecosystem chapter. Okay, talking about the ecological pyramids. So let us see, multiple statement based. Which of the following statements are correct? Energy flow from producers to consumer is unidirectional. Yes, true. It cannot be bidirectional, it cannot be opposite. Always the energy flows from the producers to the consumers and to the consumer from to the different consumer level above. Then energy pyramid can never be inverted. Again, it is a true statement. Energy again will be never inverted in any given type of ecosystem. So this is also true. Now, transfer of energy follows 1% law. This is wrong. Actually, it follows the 10% law. That is the Lindman's law, which we follow. So this is a wrong statement. So A and B are correct here. Okay. Then I think the next question is about botany. Okay, 163rd. Let us see the botany question, sir.
So in this question, a very simple question is there. How many theca are present? How many theca are present in each lobe of a typical bilobed angiospermic anther? So here everyone knows that. Let's say this is nothing but the anther. Anther is having 2 lobes, and each lobe is having how many pollen sac? So obviously 2 pollen sacs. So it's a better answer is 2 is there. In each lobe, how many theca is there? So theca we can also call it as it's a pollen sac. Now next one is again it's a zoology question. So
yeah, so next question is human health and disease question. Let us quickly see the question. Question number 164. Okay. So let us see question number 164. What is the question saying? Which of the following statements is correct about Plasmodium? So gametocyte develop in the mosquito gut. This is a wrong statement. Gametocyte, they develop in the RBC. Okay. Fertilization takes place in mosquito gut. Yes. The gametocytes differentiate and fuse in the mosquito gut because it requires a lower temperature as compared to human body. So fertilization is happening in the female mosquito gut, the Anopheles. Reproduction sexually occurs in the liver. Sorry, it is asexually. So again, this is a wrong statement. It reproduces sexually in RBC. Again, it is a wrong statement. Again, it reproduces asexually. So in only correct statement is question number 2. Okay, next question again, it is a dual question. It's a botany question here. So we will say Raman sir to help on this.
So next question is one of the easiest question. So in this easiest question, what to do? Here they are asking like which of the following is not possible? Like here it's a parental combination is there, and this is the child blood group. In the child blood group, it should be 0. So or we can say O blood group. In the O blood group, what? Both should be recessive. So like we'll find the options. We'll find the options where like only one I should be there, because in this case for a person with the blood group O, which of the following is not possible combination? Not possible combination. So which one is possible? Anyone, like in both the cases, I think this one is possible. This one is also possible. This one is also possible. So only the option is there. So where only I is there, or we can say only one recessive is there. So this is not possible. This is not possible. So after that, we'll move to the next. So the next is which of the following again it's a straightforward question. Which of the following is used as a clot buster? It's a direct answer. That is from the microbes in human welfare. Microbes in human welfare. Now again next question is zoology.
So this is the last question from me, guys. Question 167. Let us see quickly. Then what is the question being asked? Which of the following disease is not a sexually transmitted disease? Gonorrhea is a sexually transmitted disease caused by the bacteria Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Genital warts, again, it's a viral sexually transmitted disease caused by human papilloma virus. Syphilis, a bacterial sexually transmitted disease caused by Treponema pallidum. And last is tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is not a sexually transmitted disease. It's an airborne disease by the bacteria Mycobacterium tuberculi. So right answer is tuberculosis. After this, again, Raman sir will be joining us for the botany question, and later remaining questions of zoology will be done by Swati ma'am.
So next question, again, it's a assertion is a type of question where it's given in an experiment, Mendel observed that the F1 progeny. So F1 progeny means what? F1 progeny is only having the heterozygous condition, means that is a capital T and a small t. Like where all are tall, none of them are dwarf. This is my assertion, or we can say this is the assertion of this question. After that, let's see whether it is explained by this reason or not. So here it's given the stem height is contrasting trait. Obviously, stem height is contrasting trait. So where contrasting trait is nothing, the one is tall and one is dwarf. So where with tall being dominant and dwarf being recessive, so that's why this recessive is dominating. This recessive is nothing but the suppressed by this capital T. That's why only tallness is there in the F1 generation. So according to that, it's properly explaining, or we can say reason is properly explaining the assertion. After that, if you are moving to the next question. So the next question is, it's a zoology part. So.
Yes, hello students. Good evening. So I'll be taking care of the rest of the zoology questions, which are very simple questions. I hope all of you have solved. So question number 169, it says that the method of directly injection of a sperm into the ovum in assisted reproductive technology, that is ART method. So many methods you studied in ART. So here they are specifying directly injecting. Suppose this is the ovum, directly injecting the sperm into the ovum. So this is clear-cut answer, intracytoplasmic sperm injection, injecting the sperm into the cytoplasm of the ovum, right? So here the option 1 is the correct answer. And I think next question is again a botany question. So sir will take care of that question.
Now again, next question is a very straightforward question. I think last year this question has been asked. So in that case, here it's given the inactive form of BT toxin is converted into active form. So what should the media, or we can say what is the favorable media to make them active? So obviously it's not protease, because protease will diase the protein part, not nuclease. Obviously it will diase the DNA part, or we can say nucleic acid part. Here it's a few medium is there, that is alkaline medium is the best medium to make the BT toxin, that is inactive form, to make active. So this is the straightforward answer, that is third one. So now next question is again, it's a zoology question.
Yes, so this is the question from organisms and population, right? So actually, if you see this reason and assertion question, directly it is explaining, let me tell you how. So the logistic growth model of population is considered a more realistic, right? It is considered as more realistic as compared to exponential. So what you have studied in exponential growth rate, the resources are unlimited. That's why the population is increasing exponentially. Whereas in case of the logistic growth model, what we have studied, what did you study? That the resources are finite. Finite means resources are limited. So because there is the limitation of resources, that's why there will be competition, and due to that competition the growth is going to be more realistic one. It will not grow, the population will not grow exponentially, it will have the limited growth, right? So this reason correctly explains the assertion. Just because the resources are limited, that's why the logistic growth model is the real growth model. It is a realistic growth model, right? So here the correct option is Option 3, A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A, right? Then let's move to the next question. And next question is, yes, it is a zoology question. So this question is from Human Health and Diseases. Actually, if you see from NCERT, it is again like a direct question from the organs of immune system. So you study two types of organs, primary organs and secondary organs, right? So primary organs are bone marrow and thymus. But what is asked in the question is the secondary lymphoid organ. So now just leave this bone marrow and thymus. Whatever is left is tonsils and spleen. So B and C is the correct option, right? Because A and D, bone marrow and thymus, what you have studied is, it is the primary lymphoid organ where the production as well as maturation of B and T lymphocytes occur. Whereas you have these two as the secondary lymphoid organs where the B and T lymphocytes, they are going to do their activity. They are going to fight against the foreign antigen, right? So option 4 is the correct answer. Then next question is a botany question. So sir will take care of this question.
So again, one more question, that is 173, and this is again direct question where they're asking which of the following in female gametophyte of an angiosperm helps in guiding the pollen tube for fertilizing eggs? Like whichever is present towards the micropyle. So micropyle, towards the micropyle, one is egg cell is there and one is synergids are there. So obviously egg cell will not guide. Mainly synergid will guide here. So here's a direct answer. That is synergids. Synergids, and how many synergids was there? So mainly 2 synergids was there in the egg apparatus. So again, the next question will be zoology. So
Yes, so question number 174. Here you can see again a 2-statement question, which is from the chapter reproduction. So the first statement over here says that ovulation is caused by LH surge leading to rupture of Graafian follicle. So this is a 100% correct statement, because what we have studied that on the 14th day there will be LH surge. The LH will be at its peak, and after that only ovulation will occur. So this is 100% correct. And then second statement says that Graafian follicle remaining after ovulation, it transfers into corpus luteum. That is correct. But then see the rest of the statement also, and secretes large amount of estrogen, right? So over here the word estrogen is not correct. It actually secretes large amount of progesterone. Right? This progesterone is the one which helps in maintaining pregnancy, right? It is also known as the pregnancy hormone. So over here, statement 1 is correct and 2 is incorrect. So that was again a straight question from the reproduction chapter. Then let's move to the next question. So yes, again, we have one question from evolution, and this is from the human evolution part. So here the first statement says, again a 2-statement based question. So first statement says the modern Homo sapiens arose in Australian and moved across the continents. So yes, over here it should not be Australia. The correct statement would be if Africa was there, right? But since Australia is written over there, so this statement is totally incorrect. And the second statement, if you see, it is directly taken from your NCERT textbook, right? So Homo sapiens arose around 75,000 to 10,000 years ago. So this is a correct statement. So statement 1 is incorrect. I have written the reason, and statement 2 is correct, right? So option 2 over here is the correct answer, right? Then let's move to the next question, which is a very direct question and a very easy question. So here they are asking about the food chain. So which of the following are primary consumers in a food chain? So at the T1 level, you have the producers, which are the green plants. Then T2 mein, you are going to have the herbivores, and these herbivores, since they eat the producers, the plants, so they are considered to be the primary consumers, right? So here the correct answer is option 1. right? Predators, no, because predators may, there are a lot of other levels also involved. We do not directly call these herbivores as predators. Then you have other option, parasites. So parasite is someone who is dependent on another organism. So that is also not correct. So here the most appropriate answer is herbivores, option 1. Then let's go to question number 177. So here you might have got some confusion in this question, that which of the following is not an evidence of evolution. So according to your NCERT, you have studied about the embryological evidence, you have studied about the divergent evolution, anatomical and all that homologous and analogous organs, and then also you studied about convergent evolution and also paleontological evidence. But here, why this option 1 is the correct answer, try to understand. It was Ernst Haeckel who said that ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny, right? But then it is very clearly stated in your text that it was another person, von Baer, who disproved Ernst Haeckel theory. Right? So von Baer was the person who disproved Ernst Haeckel theory of that ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny. So that makes this as the correct answer. Whereas rest 3, if you see paleontological evidence, definitely it is one of the evidence that we have of evolution, and also the anatomical structures, the homologous organs and the analogous organs, about which we have studied so many examples. Some of them are given here only, like the forelimbs, and also the wings of birds and butterflies, etc. Right? So option 1 over here is the correct answer. Then moving to the next question. So it is a match. No. Before that, we have one question from Animal Kingdom. A very easy question about porifera sponges. So sponges exchange O2 with CO2 by. So option 1 cannot be the correct answer, because tracheal tubes will be there in insects for respiration. Then gills, there are so many phylums where we studied about gills, which help in respiration, but definitely not in sponges, because sponges are very simple, very basic animals, right? Then simple diffusion over their entire body surface. This is the correct answer. And if we talk about option 4, so option 4 is also not correct. That's because moist cuticle, it helps in annelida, that is earthworm, for exchange of gases. So here the correct answer is simple diffusion over their entire body surface. Then the second last question over here is a very simple, again, match the column question. So here, excessive growth hormone in adults, it causes a disease, acromegaly. Then option B is the luteinizing hormone. So luteinizing hormone, just now in a previous question we discussed that LH surge will lead to ovulation, right? So luteinizing hormone, here ovulation. Then vasopressin, which is released from the posterior pituitary. What it does, it helps in the reabsorption of water and electrolytes in the kidney. And then you have oxytocin, a very important hormone for parturition, right? So this is the hormone which brings about the contraction of the uterus during the childbirth, that is parturition. So if you do all the matching, then which option will be correct? It will be option number 4, that is the correct answer. Then we have the last question, question number 180 from the chapter evolution. So again, if you see, this is a direct question in your NCERT under that Hardy-Weinberg principle. So over there is one description about the natural selection. So there are 3 graphs given in your textbook. So natural selection, it leads to, one is stabilizing selection, then second one directional, and the third one what you studied is the disruption. Why we can't consider genetic drift over here? Because genetic drift is some other force of evolution. It is something different as compared to natural selection. So genetic drift is not the correct answer over here. So with A, C and D, option 4 is the correct answer. Right? So this was again a very direct question that was from your NCERT, right? So yes, here we end the discussion, and hope you have done your exam well, right? So now all the students, you can just relax and wait for tomorrow's session. Definitely so many students are asking here about the cutoff. So tomorrow there will be a session where sir will be telling you about all your queries. So you can wait until then, relax, and good night everyone, right? Okay, thank you students, bye.